Give me a camera one take. We're not making threats at Mr. Carney, okay? This is a hypothetical situation.
I don't think this is a good idea.
Hold on, let's get into the DJ Natural's chess. I don't want to call it a fetish because then it makes it sound like doing shit. You know
Fetish is insane.
Chess obsession. If we're allowing white mans to say, then we're getting off the hand rub still.
Hold on, brother.
We're getting off the hand rub. Bro.
Okay.
Yo, do one right now.
No fact.
I feel like you didn't do the offensive one.
I look too cool doing it.
Yeah. You gotta kind of. I don't even want to say it.
But now that I'm not that youth no more, I'm not trying to be around it. I'm not trying to hear that shit. It's mad aggravating.
Yo, this guy unked out, bro.
Facts,
whoa, get off my lawn. YNs, and listen, no offense to the YNs out there, okay? But when you see them, like, you know those memes, like the Toronto memes, bro? That's where they at, bro.
So you're not gonna bless me in dollars, man? Like when you move throughout the space, like how, like, I don't want to say like what are your intentions or whatever, but like
It sounds like a big setup.
And now they're getting to the
I'm not gonna say it. The predators moving flocks.
Bro, give the man them a free membership, bro. What are you doing?
I'm gonna give y'all some members. You know what I'm saying? I think you can gift membership, right?
But Joe Budden didn't even give his people Patreon membership.
This is true.
Even though I shouldn't be advocating for the other side of the subject.
Friday's not gonna do it now.
This is all uncut talks. We're giving.
We love hip hop.
Yo, the Podfather doesn't do it, so why should I?
No. You should have never told me that Joe Budden didn't do it. And big salute to the members that are popping up in the chat right now. Man's like Donovan, man's like Easy Fecta. We're gonna switch this, and I'm just giving y'all the members before we get into the podcast itself. We're gonna switch this from members to full public somewhere down the line. All right. So anybody who's a member, tap in, share this live. We outside. Gentlemen, how y'all feeling?
Pretty good. I'm enjoying the live stream aspect of today.
Yeah,
I think it's gonna be cool. It's
yeah.
gonna be interactive. Shout out the chat. Yeah, man.
No, we're gonna figure out a way that we can get stuff on the screen just now, or some kind of other screen going on in the area so people can see that. You know what I'm saying? And then we'll be able to communicate with the live chat.
Wait, Friday, put the chat on your laptop.
Oh, talk right in my. You got.
Oh, you can hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Load up the chat on your laptop. Does it show on the TV?
Oh yeah.
You guys might be able to see
I
it.
might be able to independently pull up a chat.
Go on
laptop
Google, on Chrome.
I'm gonna take that off of camera 4 right there. I can see it on my laptop here.
Okay.
Bare logistics for tonight.
I know,
Natural.
right?
How you feeling?
Yeah, I'm feeling a little bit tired, but I'm trying to stay excited and lit. I just hit 20K on Instagram. So yeah, I'm excited about that. But like a lot of, I've been putting in a lot of work, putting in a lot of pain. So, so I'm a little tired. Last night I stayed up till like 6 a.m. just ripping chess.
Holy, 6 a.m.
Yeah.
Guys are on the chess vibes, eh? That's. Hold on, let's get into the DJ Natural's chess. I don't want to call it a fetish because then it makes it sound like sexual and shit. You know what I'm
Fetish is insane.
Chess obsession?
Yeah, fam. Like, when did it start? And why is it there?
It's been like a year and a half now.
Okay.
And basically it started because I was going to get a P5. I was going to get a PS5, because I wanted to like play video games, have something to do on my downtime. But I just felt like that was going to be too much of a distraction. And like PlayStations are like, well, at the time it was like $7-8 bills.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm not going to spend all that money to deter myself from working and like doing content and stuff. So I'm like, at least if I'm playing chess, like I'm still activating my brain, I'm stimulating my mental and stuff, and it's been helping me. Like I feel like I'm implementing strategies in real life. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So like an OG didn't put you on to the chess vibes or anything like that?
No, not at all. Like it started off because I was watching this Shotty on YouTube that would be playing, and then like I'm like, you know what? Instead of getting the P5, let me just start playing chess, and then I enjoyed it. I started playing with Zara.
It always starts with a bitch.
No, for real.
Don't know me to call you a bitch, short if you're listening.
And then I found out Zara is actually good at chess.
Yeah, we used to run bear chess.
So we used to run pair chess at the old studio or whatever. And then he actually helped me get better, as well as YouTube University. And then it actually got to the point where like sometimes I beat Zara now. Where like,
oh, bro,
that's like the epitome of like some Poindexter shit.
The student
right?
has become the teacher, bro. Like I have to bring my A game now. This guy is actually nasty with it. Pause.
Yeah, and okay, I figured out some things. I did some logistics behind the scenes. One take, Jake, if you could put this up on the screen. Bang!
Let's go. Easy Fecta.
Not like Donovan.
Is there any? Oh, okay.
Right?
Is there any way you can make the chat small, like in the corner, or not?
Bang. But like now I got a mad shit on the screen here that people don't need to see.
Yeah, you can just check it occasionally.
Yeah. So salute to the chat, okay? We trying to do something new as far as being more interactive. In the future, we'll probably even be doing more episodes. That one episode is just live episodes. You know what I'm saying? So look out for more content for your head top. Okay, so we're not going to ignore you guys, but we got a podcast to get to, and I got some questions to ask y'all gentlemen here.
Keep them in the loop, though.
Yeah, we definitely will. And listen, if you guys have any topic y'all want to throw at us, let us know. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to pull this up over here on the screen. One take, Jake, if you could pull this up on the screen for me here. This is courtesy of 6 Block. It says, Mark Carney really got Toronto police knocking doors over Facebook threats and hurty words about him. So here we go.
There's some allegations that you've made some online posts to the Prime Minister of Canada. Anything to say about that?
Can you be more specific? What post? What I specifically said? Do you have a screenshot?
Yeah, you specifically said, and you made it online.
Well, because, I mean, he's a Zionist scumbag, and he's not my prime minister, so...
Okay.
But really, you're going to come to my door, and you're worried that I'm going to do something? Do I seriously look like a threat to you?
Just giving
That's
him
why
hell.
we came to talk, right? So those threats are made...
You know what? You guys should be busy taking care of actual real crime than standing here harassing me over fucking shit I say online.
I understand.
Okay, yeah, no. Don't be wasting tax dollars doing this bullshit.
Talk.
Nicole, if such behavior continues, if there is...
What are you going to do? Put me in jail because I don't like our prime minister?
Talk.
If you made some threats that are concerning...
What kind of threats did I make? You still haven't shown me what I said.
Because you cut them off.
I'm trying to explain to you what the
Show me what I said.
So if those threats are continuing...
Show me what I said.
Right? You could be arrested and charged. Just want to let you know.
Communist Canada, how do you like working for that? Are you proud of yourself? Do you go back home and look at your family in the mirror
I
and
gotta
say...
stop this for a second. Because like the shaking of the cameras, it's like she's gonna give me Tourette's, fam. Okay?
She's nervous. I know those ones.
I do have to take that into account. She's dealing with the boy. Okay, my bad, Jake. Okay. That was just it was frazzling my head for a second.
This is what you do for a living? You harass people for what they say online because I don't like our stupid prime minister and he's a Zionist scumbag?
You can have your opinion. You cannot...
Whatever. I don't have to discuss anymore with this.
We love hip-hop.
Excuse me, don't touch my door.
Touch my door.
Don't touch my door.
We will put a report in. It's documented. If such behavior continues...
Blah, 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 blah. I will say whatever the fuck I want about our prime minister. You can't stop my speech. Sorry. Yeah, exactly.
Be threatening. That's all I'm asking you.
What you say is threatening, I say is just words. Okay. Have a nice day. Goodbye now. Bye now.
Well, there's...
They putting her on the list.
Yeah. Okay, let me just let my anxiety cool down from watching that. Because like I feel her completely, but like she was kind of going in. Like, I don't know if like I could deal with that if that was my wife, like that kind of like somebody yelling at me in that tone, that might be grounds for divorce. But anyhow, I digress. Besides the point. Why are the police at her door in the first place?
No, she was definitely in the wrong.
What do you mean?
If you make threats in any form, whether it be in person, online, no matter, people could, you could be arrested for that. You could be penalized for that.
So deemed threat, though, because we don't even have the information on what is deemed the threat.
That's what kind of annoyed me. Like, he was pulling out the paper and then she just started wilding out.
She kept talking. I don't want to hear. She knows she probably said, I'm going to freaking cut your throat and watch the blood. She's like, don't put that part on camera.
Because, like, they talk about, oh, you have to see the signs in like the school blammers. Oh, they're posting on the Discords. He posted blah, blah, blah. So like, which threats do you take serious and which is just you venting?
Okay, well, I don't know. Let's, hypothesize or whatever the word is. Like a hypothetical situation.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think kind of threats are like okay, and then what's crossing the line?
Okay, when you say threat, that's like a direct statement towards violence.
And listen, this is hypothetical threats that would make the police come. This is not us making threats. Right? Give me a camera one take. We're not making threats at Mr. Carney, okay? This is a hypothetical situation.
I don't think this is a good idea.
And we're live too. Oh shit.
What if I said something along the lines of, oh, our prime minister's a pussy. Watch when I see him.
Yeah. I guess if I'm
hypothetically,
I don't think that's a threat yet, though.
Watch when you see him entails a violent encounter.
Does it though?
If you really want to be a nitpicker, you can use that. But I still think that hasn't crossed the line completely.
Because you could just say like, oh, I make a YouTube where blah blah blah. So when I say watch when I see him, y'all better watch it.
Or I might confront him and then I have words for him.
Exactly.
Like, why are you insinuating violence?
Mm-hmm.
So that can still be like picked apart in court.
I feel like she probably said something like, oh, he needs to get taken care of, like blah, blah, blah. Someone needs to take him out or something like, something along those lines where it's like, all right, yeah, send the feds after.
But when does it go from freedom of speech to a threat? That's the fine line. That's the silver lining.
If you're telling someone to smoke them, that's definitely not freedom of speech.
And okay, let's use an example of somebody who got in trouble. And this is in America. In America, they have a little bit more freedom of speech. What's that redhead chick's name? The comedian.
The podcast girl?
No.
Kathy Griffin?
Kathy Griffin.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. She had like the visual of a severed Trump head, and she got into a lot of problems for that. She got canceled almost for that. Yeah,
you can't do that. That's the president of your country. Still, you are.
And that's the free speech country. Canada has less free speech than America.
So you're not like a full believer in free speech? Like certain things should be censored?
Yo, I don't know. If I was running things, no man can say nothing. Are you crazy? But
no man can chat.
I feel like these are just privileges due to like where we are.
Yeah.
If we're in like, I would say 85% of any other country.
You're not doing that.
Yeah, you can't utter one word.
Yeah.
If the police are pulling up, it's not to have a word with you.
That's true.
What I mean?
But shouldn't we follow the rules of this country since we're like in the minority of countries that grant us that freedom?
And if we're following the rules of this country, then you shouldn't be threatening the prime minister. That's against the rules of this country to threaten anybody.
So, okay, is that completely against the rules? Like, because like, I don't know if we're completely clear on what the free speech is right now. Like, I'm not clear.
Okay, what if you do a show, like a TV show, and one of the lines in the show is, oh, I'm going to kill Prime Minister Carney. Now that's like satire. That's like freedom of speech, right?
But she's not doing a show. She doesn't have a show. I feel like when you go, I think this was like a Facebook post. It literally says, what is on your mind? What do you want to say to the world right now? Like,
yeah.
So especially if you're doing a declarative statement, that's why I kind of wish I knew what she said.
Mm-hmm.
But whatever she said was flagrant enough to catch the attention of government officials, Because I feel like most people talk shit about the government out here.
Yeah, and that's the thing. That's why we really need to find out what she said because, fam, we could have said something and they're on their way and we don't even know it.
But look at how she was reacting to them just pulling up to. You could tell she'd be wilding. She be wilding, bro.
Yeah, but is she wilding more than like the average person online?
The first thing is like, because he's what did she say? Something.
A neo-Nazi, I think she said.
A Zionist scum.
Yeah.
That was the first thing out of her mouth. So like she had that in the talk. So just imagine when she's sitting down behind the computer screen, getting off dissertations and all them things.
Yeah, and I know you can easily be arrested for anything deemed anti-Semitic in terms of speech.
In Canada.
Yeah.
Right. Because I don't know if that's an American thing.
No, here.
Yeah.
And I do think it's a slippery slope. I'm not defending her because once again, we don't know what she said.
Mhm.
But when you go from, it's either that we never truly had freedom of speech and this is revealing itself, or freedom of speech is lessening and the government's going to have more control and authority over what people can and can't say.
I'm looking up right now on ChatGPT. What can you go to jail for saying on social media? You know what I mean?
Canada, Ontario.
Yeah, or Canada.
Justin Trudeau's, like, the last half of his term, everybody was just cooking him, roasting him, like, saying the worst things about him. So I don't think that we're losing freedom of speech out here. I think we're probably getting more of it. Like, there's more groups that are able to, like, kind of speak out and use their voices. And
I remember the trucker convoy.
That's the one example that we've seen. I don't know how many other examples are online or how many examples that we just didn't see of police going to people's doors for things that they said online. You know what I'm saying? Just keep in mind, that's just one example in the flood of what social media has to offer.
But again, the police officer was saying, you could have an opinion, but once you utter a threat, that's when we have to become involved. If you want to call him the Lauryn Hill Zion song, if you want to do it, you know what I mean? You're good. Yeah. Other than that, like, once you start saying, hopefully he gets Donald Trump, but they don't miss. Hopefully, blah, blah, blah. It's like, all right, okay, now you're wild.
But but that should extend to anyone. Like, you can't threaten anyone, let alone the prime minister.
It does extend to anyone, but most people don't call the feds when someone is online bullying them.
Yeah, and okay.
So why is Mark Carney going to press charges? Like, I feel like he is just another citizen at the end of the day. So it's like you should have the same right to criticize him or express certain sentiments that you would with any other citizen.
But same way, any other citizen, you can't threaten them, bro.
That's true. But it's like, where does it go from trolling to a threat? Like, what if you're online trolling?
Okay, so give me an example of online trolling.
Buddy, I'm going to smoke you when I see you.
That's a threat.
But it's like, I didn't mean
it. Direct. That's a direct one there.
But like, can't you see that someone could be like, bro, I was joking. Like, obviously, like.
No, that doesn't sound like if I'm receiving that, fam. Especially if you send it to me in my DMs, I'll be like, actually, you don't even have to send it to in my DMs because I've seen that in the comments and I'm like, I go check their account right away. Don't let that be dusty, bro. He's checking their account. Facts. He's going to find out their IP address. He's paging them in the DMs. Like, voice who are you talking to? He's sending voice notes. Like, fam, like, it's, some people don't take, like, this little online, I was just online. I was just on my phone. Like, nah, bro, like, what did you say?
No, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, valid.
One take, Jake, if you could pull this up on the screen. I pulled up, so in Canada, most hate speech is protected under the charter, but there is clear legal limits and crossing them on social media can lead to criminal charges, even jail time. Here's the main categories. All right, so there's hate speech, promoting hatred against an identifiable group, likely to lead to a breach of peace, willful promotion of hatred, more serious intent matters, targeted including based upon race, religion, ethnicity, sexual orientation, etc., fines up to 2 years in prison, all right? Uttering threats, very common charge, all right? Kill someone, harm them, damage property, even if said online, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube comments. Didn't I okay, comment gang strong. All right? They didn't even just say the YouTuber. That's implied. If the YouTuber goes and gets in and even says that word, I'm on a live view, like, yeah, we know what that means there, buddy.
No,
you know what I'm saying? But the comments.
Yeah.
And the penalty is up to 5 years in prison. Okay? And then here's some examples right here. Telling or encouraging someone to commit a crime. Example, go shoot him. Organize violence online. So these are all the different things that they're saying on ChatGPT, right? But did she might have fell under that category for them to be at her door.
No, facts.
So one of them said, even if you utter a threat to get someone to commit a crime, so if I'm like, yo, beat his ass, like, I can be like criminally charged for that.
Yeah, and that's the thing. They could be at her door for just reasons, or she just fell under these vague reasons that we just seen on ChatGPT.
Is it vague though?
What, some of these examples that they gave here?
Yeah, like, I feel like most of these they make sense to me. It's like another one is that don't endorse committing crime.
Mm-hmm.
All the man them are like, oh yo, hit me up to get this method for this scam, or hit me up for that. Like, you know, that's obviously not legal. You know what I mean? Man them selling the kush on Snapchat, that's not legal. The man them trapping the shotties, that's not legal. Like, you know, like I don't think that's like rocket science.
I know,
Nah,
bro.
it's true.
I seen sales for lean on Reddit the other day. I was like, that's not smart.
But you know, man's are getting it off though, you know?
Hey, this makes me think. What about the rappers? They utter threats at each other all the time.
But it's at each other, and like no man is gonna call the feds over an Instagram threat.
Well, you don't have to call feds. The feds could just see it and be like, well, technically you were insinuating committing a crime when you said, yo, get the burner on this guy, or we slid on this guy. So, and I feel like that's a slippery slope. If we're gonna have no freedom of speech in like totality, we might as well get like super clear with the censorship, because it's like, even if you say that, like the fact that they have the right to arrest you for that is pretty crazy.
Yeah, fam. Like they could just pull up on one of the man them's crib and be like, yo, that song slaps, but more times like you broke the charter rights, bro.
I just feel like it's not going to be substantial enough to even hold up in court. Like the max, like, a judge is going to look at that and like scold the officers or prosecutor or whoever's wasting the court's time. You know, like I don't think like no man is going to face jail time for that. Still, like,
well, for bringing in the drill rapper, why is this guy here?
It's like, yo, we've been trying to catch him, and this is what you guys idiotic.
Like he actually did real crimes.
I feel like the one that they will pursue is the more anti-Semitic ones.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like the rap song ones are like, okay, whatever,
Yeah, exactly.
internal, whatever. But it's like, okay, you're publicly defiling or going against Zionism or Israel. That's hate.
I just got an epiphany right now. What if you were to take Kanye out of America and he was a freaking Toronto rapper? All of that crash out that he went on, like whatever.
They would have put him in the bin for that.
What? He would have been gonzo from time, G. What? Think about that, fam.
Low facts.
If it falls under all of the different things that the Charter of Rights here.
Because not only is it anti-Semitic, what he said, oh, I'm about to go deaf, blah, blah, blah.
Yes.
Insinuating,
Yeah, it's also insinuating threats.
What?
Insinuating terrorism.
Fam, the man has a whole tune, fam. The HH tune right there will put him in jail, fam.
And you know what's so amazing? The man announced 2 shows in LA. There's 1 million people in the queue waiting for my guy.
You know, it's like sold out already.
Dog. Who's canceled?
Only in America, brother. Because we might have not canceled him, or his fan base might have not canceled him in Canada.
Yeah, but the government would have.
The government would have already canceled him. They would have suppressed him more than he was already being suppressed in America. Remember, he was still able to maintain billionaire status after that cancellation. In Canada, the way that the government works, there is no way for a Kanye to be able to exist, fam.
But they tried their hardest. They locked off all of his bank accounts, took away his children, publicly smeared him. Yo, the man had to like live in Spain and in Japan and all these random, but he wasn't in America for the longest. He would like pop in here and there. He thought mans were trying to smoke him. So yeah, I feel like, yeah, they do have a little more freedom of speech, but the government's still not letting that slide. That's why he had to go on that whole apology tour, kissing the rabbi hand and thing.
Yeah, but even to be able to get back to a point where he can get on an apology tour, our Canadian government would have put him in jail, fam. There'll be no, oh, I'm still on road, my bad, let me go see a rabbi. No, fam, when you come home, whether it's 2 years or 5 years, we see over here, if they give him the full time, like, man's literally locked up for the things that he said in the interview or the things that he said in his songs.
Okay, maybe this is a question for you. What is the Jewish relations and like the kingdom, like the king and queen, like, because aren't we still under like that rule?
Yeah.
So like, how far would they go to write out for, I guess, like the Jewish and the anti-Semitic blah blah blah, versus also still like maintaining Because aren't they like Catholic?
I feel like and like historically they would borrow money from these Jewish families.
Oh, for real?
Like, yeah.
So they're
bro.
super locked in.
They're locked in. If anything, the Jewish families probably have the upper hand in that relationship, just on a financial tip. Yeah.
Oh God.
But they do also, like, I don't know, people on the far right will suggest that like the Jewish propaganda machine like tries to like make white people, like the British white, like look bad and like ruin them and promote other ideologies to get them eliminated.
For real, eh?
Yeah.
We're going into some deep lands right there.
Yeah, live on members only. Let's see what the chat's saying.
We're just chilling right now, you know what I'm saying? But when I switch it to the public, it's gonna get crazy.
Friday could have a bogey. Or like that's a reoccurring thing.
Oh man, I know, fam. That's becoming a meme. Okay, let's start the podcast. And listen, this is gonna be the copyrightable part of the podcast as far as the live stream over here, because we're gonna have to get some music going. We are an audio podcast still.
Great.
I know, right? Like Drake's like waiting for the cipher. Hold on.
You're not gonna get there.
Hold on before we start the podcast. Apparently that's offensive.
What, the hand rub?
Yes! Yo, bro! Okay, I don't mean to stop our jam session over here, pause, but like, bro, I was watching a YouTube video and I forgot who they were talking about. It could have been your brother there, Hassan Piker, one of them, right? And they said the gesture, and I'm afraid to do the gesture. They said that gesture is an anti-Semitic gesture.
To be honest, at first I'm like, this is cap. But based on like, I don't watch Aiden Ross's streams, but like, unfortunately, I see clips on my home page.
It was Aiden Ross. It was Aiden Ross that they were saying was doing the gesture. It was an Omizi video. Big salute to Omizi. Thank you.
Yeah, because he be doing it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And then like, I thought he was just on like doing like some Mr. Burns.
Yeah.
Type thing, you know? But I guess he was putting that to the forefront. So I guess all these new youths are just going around like, oh yeah.
And they're doing it, fam. And, yo, that was the bird. It's a Birdman, the black guy. Okay, I'm doing the Birdman. Because apparently, if you rub it now, interlock palms. Oh, fuck, I just did it.
But nah. Yo, man, to be saying, nigga. Yo, I was watching a stream with Clavicle. Okay, I wasn't watching the stream with Clavicle. I was not. I seen a clip of Blueface and Clavicle on stream. Clavicle is rapping Blueface's song. And Clavicule's hitting every nigga perfectly in pocket, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And Blueface, no reaction. He's like, oh yeah, he's vibing. And I'm like, okay, that's just where we are still. So if we're allowing white mans to say nigga, then we're getting off the hand rub still.
Hold on, brother.
We're getting off the hand rub, bro.
Okay.
Yo, do one right now.
Little fat,
I feel like you didn't do the offensive one.
I look too cool doing it.
Yeah. You gotta kind of. I don't even want to say it because you're fan.
Oh man, that is jokes.
The internet is a wild place. Okay.
If I stop getting views on Instagram, you guys know why.
I didn't know you were actually gonna do that.
I'm not trying to set you up for failure, brother. I will say, can we cut it? But it's on the line. Okay, back to the jam session.
It was Birdman hand rub.
There you go. Cheer.
He's been gone for like 3 years.
I'm saying, but you don't get to get that old back yet. You know what I'm saying? You ain't Kanye now.
Okay, I feel you.
You know, low-key, I was going to wear a hat, like the same hat there. I have that hat.
Which same hat?
The same, like, freaking dad hat or whatever that he's wearing on the cover. I have that hat, but a tweed version.
Oh, okay.
I was going to rock that today, you know what I'm saying?
Because if you say Kanye and I was going to wear that hat, there's like many Kanye hats that you don't want to wear. He has the red hat.
Make America Great Again.
He has the triple K hat.
Yeah, the all black.
That was low-key a fire fit. You know, we don't have to go through
How did this guy find his way to make this a fire fit? All right, let's get into it. Like, we already got into like multiple problems already in this live podcast, but let's get into it, man. We are boxed the world's most smoked out podcast. We love hip hop. I'm your host of the most toast, Friday Ricky Dread, aka Always Into Some Shit, aka Podcast Poppy, aka Live and Direct. No more AKAs. We back at it. We Love Hip Hop Studios, episode 668. We got back in the building, the Turkish Thrill. You might see him DJing at any location, turning up the party. You might see him at a political rally, getting some of the craziest footage. We got our political expert himself. DJs are in the motherfucking building. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
DJs are, aka Burrow Sound, aka Cheeseburger, aka Young Shawarma. There's so much more. AKA Zarly Kirk, aka Coffee Poppy, aka The Ruiner, aka George, aka Big Turk, aka Dr. Fantastic.
Jeez,
back at it like a crack addict.
You might want to change the Zarly Kirk one after we go through our Harlow segment.
Why? How are they interconnected?
You're going to see some of them nicknames when we go through them. But yeah. We'll get to that one.
Okay.
But welcome back, sir. Welcome back, sir.
You're calling him a Charlie Kirk Franklin, all right?
I think that was one of them. The flips are crazy, bro. He might need to start writing some of those down for the next rap, bro.
No, facts.
But we also have back in the building, also a DJ extraordinaire. Sheesh. You might see him at the jam playing his own dub plates.
Yeah.
You might see him on your social media screen with a baddie, all right, turning up the friggin' views, all right. You might see him over here on the We Love Hip Hop podcast, giving some of the hottest takes in the motherfucking city. We have DJ extraordinaire himself, DJ Natural Wave in the motherfucking building. Let's go, man. Let's go, man.
Mad, feeling good. Celebrating 20K. Trying to. And it's funny because this was my goal to hit in June. So we're a little bit ahead of schedule, so new goals. I'm looking forward for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
20 bands.
Mad.
Yeah. Listen, fam. More things on the way for 2026. We've been trying to elevate every year, but this is going to be like the ultimate elevation.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And also, I want to give a big salute to One Take Jake, who's also there behind the scenes over there.
Yo.
Seeing, got the mic hot. And to Dusty Wallace, he's out there in the world. You know what I'm saying? He'll be back on for the Monday episode. All right? And big salute to the members who are watching right now, getting the free, or to the membership, the preview. The early preview, you know what I'm saying? But before we get into anything, I want to just give a quick salute to the sponsors, them. All right, starting with Exotic Hot Pot. From high-grade strain to authentic grabber and all the rolling essentials, Exotic Hot Pot is about elevating your smoking session in true 5-star fashion, all right? Make sure to hit them up if you want to get some of that delivery in the GTA. That's Exotic Hot Pot, okay? Or you can go on the website, exotichotpot.ca. If you want to get a discount, let them know that the We Love Hip Hop Boys sent you. Also, if you want to get your cars detailed, you got to go over to Road Ready Detailing over at 750 Oakdale Road, Unit 66. You can get your cars detailed, ceramics, wraps. You can get the sticker special right now that they're doing for helmets because it's getting warm outside. So get your helmets all custom detailed and done up. All right. Hit them up on their Instagram page. That's Toronto Road Ready Detailing. Or just go over to the shop. That's 750 Oakdale Road, Unit 66. Hit up the boy Dusty Wallace and let them know that the We Love Hip Hop Boy sent you, and he'll definitely give you a discount. Last but not least, if anybody wants some blem, you got to hit up Grabba Grabba. Okay, there's a shaker of the Grabba Grabba on the table, and I got a package of some of the Grabba Grabba I was balling up with earlier. Okay, you can get some of that delivery of that Grabba Grabba in the GTA. Hit them up on their Instagram page. That's grabbagrabba.ca, and let them know that the We Love Hip Hop Boy sent you. Sane, gentlemen. We're getting close to the weekend. How's y'all week's been? What can y'all look for? We could look forward to for the weekend. Any events that people can go to?
I finally finished this documentary I've been working on with a guy named Adrian Stein. He is a mixologist, has his own like bartending company, and he also makes like cannabis infused mocktails. And he used to be like an opioid addict, heroin addict, like in Toronto. So like we did like a documentary about his journey on opioid addiction and like the reality behind the streets and drug addiction and mental illness. And that should be coming out soon.
You showed me a little bit of it behind the scenes. Like it looks dope.
Yeah, it's pretty heavy, man. It's like 2.5 hours.
Yeah. I feel like when that goes out into the public, it's gonna be something substantial that people will probably review back to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because we talk about like safe consumption sites and stuff, and like it just gives you a different perspective on like the solution to drug addiction.
Yeah,
it's very complex.
Yeah, and it shows also like how a lot of people could like overcome some of those addictions and be productive people in society afterwards.
And find new addictions like alcohol and cannabis. I'm joking. I'm just joking.
Like normal addictions.
No, maybe not necessarily, because that's something to be examined, right? I'm alcoholic, right? From the 12-step programs, you don't call yourself a former alcoholic because you still have that thing that if you drink once, it's just going to restart the whole freaking process, right? Yeah. So I'll still call myself an alcoholic. However, I bun mad cannabis, bro. You know what I'm saying? So am I, supplementing one with the other?
I find that for a lot of people who are addicted to different drugs, especially harder drugs, cannabis is one that can like satisfy all the needs. Like, so instead of being addicted to like opioids and methadone and heroin and crack, I can just smoke weed.
Yeah, but then for some people, because for everybody's shit, like smoking is different, right? Some people, that's like their gateway. Like they start smoking weed and then it puts them right back into, now they're freaking sniffing freaking smiley faces off the table and shit.
Yeah, I guess for some.
Yeah, so I don't know. It's hard to call it. But listen, before we get into a deep conversation, welcome back. You know what I'm saying? DJ Natural Wave, what you got going on this weekend? Anything that the people can go to?
This weekend, I'm just doing a private event Saturday. This past week was blessed. The Oscars. Shout out to Michael B. Jordan and Ryan Coogler real quick. That was dope to watch it live. A historic moment. And even all the other winners too. I feel like the Oscars got it right. Actually, I'm coming back from another podcast. Is it a podcast? Yeah, basically a shout out to DJ Karen. She's from Ottawa. But she has this thing called Record Breakers where she's like compiling like DJs and she's having artists submit their music. And then like every episode, she's going to have different DJs like giving their opinion on the music. Like in any songs that we like, we're going to give them like a pass or whatever. She's going to put them in a playlist type thing.
Nice.
So it's good for like upcoming artists, even like independent artists, people trying to get their music out to like reputable DJs. So yeah.
No, that's dope.
Yeah, that was dope.
That's dope.
I like
dope.
that.
Yeah,
you know what's so funny? Someone messaged me and he's like, "Yo, I want you and Natural to like listen to this. Let me know if I should quit rapping."
Really?
I'll show it to you. Yeah.
Like quit rapping?
Yeah, he's like, "Yo, tell me if I'm garbage."
Was it bad?
Wasn't that bad?
So should he quit?
Well,
from you heard it, but you didn't hear it yet.
I didn't hear it yet. Okay,
so from what you heard, should he quit?
No.
Okay, so we got one no. We got an appending from Natural when he gets the chance to.
We should review it live. Maybe that'd be funny. I wonder if he'd be cool with it. He seemed pretty nice.
Yeah, I've heard be cool with it.
Send it to the group chat.
Okay.
Send it to the group chat. Okay, and remind me later
on iMessage.
No. Send it to the We Love Hip Hop group chat, and I'll just pull it out of there. And we'll be able to listen to it from there. Did he send you an MP3?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Shit.
If I'm garbage, tell me. That's
the email it to me. You got my email, right?
Yeah, I'll email it.
Okay, email it to me. Okay, so you got anything going on? We covered that already?
Yeah. Other than that, just more content.
Okay.
Shout out DJ Megs, dropped a collab with her today.
And that's about it.
Yeah.
Okay. Quick announcement while DJ Zara is sending me that email. If you could pull this up on the screen, one take, Jake. For what I got going on, I do want to make an announcement just for Sunday, April 26th. All right. Stove Man Cooks is going to be in the building over at the Phoenix.
Stove God Cooks.
Or Stove Man Cooks. What you say? Stove God Cooks. All right. Big suit to Stove God Cooks. This is the second time that he's coming down here. So I was at the first one hosting. I'll be hosting this one. There'll be music by DJ Law. All right. There's going to be a live performance also from Don Q as one of the opening acts. And there's going to be some local acts. I don't know exactly who the local acts are, but make sure to be there. Regular show time. Again, that's at the Phoenix, April 26th on a Sunday.
Speaking of shows and local acts, unfortunately, Casper's show got canceled, if I'm seeing correctly.
I want to give a quick minute to give a shout out to Exotic Hot Pots, Canada's loudest brand. From high-grade strains to authentic grabba and all the rolling essentials, Exotic Hot Pots is about elevating your smoking session in true 5-star fashion. If you want delivery, make sure to hit them up on their Instagram page, Exotic Hot Pot, and let them know that the We Love Hip Hop crew sent you. Big salute to the sponsors. Cheer!
It didn't get canceled, or it did, but we will get to that in a second. Also, I also have that on the list.
Oh, okay, my bad.
I believe they are moving it to a bigger venue.
Oh, okay. That's even better.
Yeah, but
so then man's are putting out false information, and what's wrong with these blogs?
Or we can get to now.
Yeah, maybe we should just start with that because I don't know too much about the situation.
Yeah. Okay, so let me pull it up some stuff over here. All right, I'm like doing mad multitasking over here. 1 second here. Let me get to my second story. Casper TNG show canceled. So where did I see that originally? And it's probably still up because I collaborated on the post.
You're spreading the misinformation.
No. It wasn't me. 6 block.
This is?
It might be 6 block. This is. I'm going to go to 6 block. This is.
There are too many new blogs. Out here,
yeah, yo, this pops up every second. Or some of these blogs be changing from other ones. Okay, so if you could pull this up on the screen there, Jake. So courtesy of, reopen that there. 6 block, this is, and I was collaborating at this point, right? And Casper's in the comments. So it says, Casper and 100 Band Plan show canceled for this Saturday. Casper's in the comments saying, postponed to make all ages event. Update soon.
Oh, okay.
Right? But there's another post that I saw.
I don't know how I feel about
buy it?
that. No, not that I don't buy it. I just don't know how I feel about that idea. As a grown man, like
all ages?
Like now I have to worry about, before I had to worry about like adult YNs. Now I have to worry about literal YNs, like 15, 16-year-olds that want to go outside. You know what I mean? Like,
you're saying from the safety aspect?
That, and also just like bro, I'm 30 years old. I don't want to be anywhere a 16-year-old's going to be at.
Yeah.
Even what if they're paying you? They're paying to see you perform. Like when you're young, you can go to like a Michael Jackson concert.
Yeah.
What's different?
Well, I'm saying as a patron, like if it's a family-friendly thing and I know I'm going there for family-friendly vibes and I'm expecting families to be there, that's different, bro. But if I'm like, most shows I go to, I'm not expecting no youths to be there, dog.
So you're talking as a patron, you don't want to be there type shit.
Exactly.
Okay. But like, I feel like it might have been an analytics thing. And keep in mind, they're like he's also signed. So that might have been like a label saying, you know what? You're like ignoring like a huge part of your fan base that can be in this venue right now and have it sold out and have a bigger venue. Do you want that option or not? Type of thing. You know what I'm saying?
I definitely understand that.
Yeah. Because I went to whose show was it? It was not Roadrunner show, A.R. Paisley. All right, big salute to A.R. Paisley. I went to his show, and that was all ages. All right, and Roadrunner performed. He was one of the opening acts, and Roadrunner makes quote unquote drill music or pain music, street music, let's say. And to a degree, so does A.R. Paisley. But there was like parents in there with their kids and shit. And I'm like, they maxed out the demographic. Right? But I get what you're saying. I don't want to be in the area and like you got to have a wristband and then like everybody else is just running around me. I'm tripping over kids who snuck a beer and shit like that and can't handle the liquor. Like,
but didn't you go to Kendrick Lamar's concert? Isn't that all ages?
That was in a stadium. Yeah, it's a stadium, so it's different. You know what I mean?
This is gonna be a little stadium. Nah.
Well, I don't know. Where was the old venue? I don't remember.
Lee's Palace.
Lee's Palace, right? And if you can pull this one up on the screen over here, this is courtesy of Six Trench instead. All right, so we can confirm that the show was not canceled, but will be transferred to a bigger venue due to a high demand. Stay tuned for more details. So Lee's Palace, I don't remember exactly what they hold, but like it's not over 1,000 type shit.
What are some like bigger venues?
Phoenix. I just announced it for Stove Man Cooks.
What about history?
history, definitely. That's like about 2,000 capacity, a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? He could do that.
Easy.
Yes.
Definitely. And like, I'm not downplaying the idea. I think it would be a great show, regardless. Just for me personally, I'm like looking forward to it a little bit less now that I know that like Babies is gonna be there and shit. You know?
Yeah.
You know, Baby's gonna be there.
Yo,
bro.
the man just said he went to Roadrunner show. There's parents with their youths, dog.
Yeah, but like the youths weren't like 10. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about like 18-year-olds. Like, remember, you have to be 19 to drink, right? So if you're like 17 to like 20
But
or 19.
Most 17-year-olds aren't bringing their parents. They're bringing their fake ID.
This is true. So then maybe a 15-year-old.
You know?
I don't know. You might see a 15-year-old.
Nah, that's
They're going to be
crazy.
like, yo, man, the vibe's trash, bro. Like,
Nah, it's gonna be a bunch of kids from high school going together, like a friend group. Like, yo, we're going to see Casper.
Bro, when I'm on the train, you know what I mean, or on the streetcar, and then like certain times it's after school, then the whole group of youths forward in and they're making peer noise. Like, and don't get me wrong, we were all once those youths. But now that I'm not that youth no more, I'm not trying to be around it. I'm not trying to hear that shit. It's mad aggravating.
yo, this guy unked out, bro.
Facts,
whoa, get off my lawn. Wow.
Facts, bro. I'm not involved.
Honestly, I allow them because, like, yeah, like we were those youths being like stupid on the TTC and like so loud and having the most outrageous conversations.
Yo.
I allow them, but okay, if I'm on the train, I'm going to the next cart for sure.
This guy's breaking the rules and going through the car.
Fast.
Shit, man.
If I'm on the
You
street
can't
car,
even wait till the station.
if I have only one earbud in, then I have to put in the next AirPod still. Like, because normally I like to only put one in, so I stay vigilant. But once I start hearing
yo, fam, yo.
facts,
They go, yo, when you see the YNs, and listen, no offense to the YNs out there, okay? But when you see them, like, you know those memes, like the Toronto memes, bro? That's where they at, bro.
So you're not gonna bless me $1, fam? After everything we've been through?
How do you not have $1? You ever have mans ask you for money and you say no? Like, how do you not have $1? You're like,
Nigga, how do you not have $1?
You asking me for the $1, bro?
We might need to examine this for a second, okay? And I'm not from here, okay? So I didn't have like a Toronto accent, or I didn't develop some of the Toronto accent things until I got here.
Yeah.
Right? But did you guys have the quote unquote cringe Toronto accent until you got older and then you grew out of it? Because maybe that might be something that actually is a thing.
Nah, I don't think our generation had the cringe accent. It was more so like, oh, yo, just bless me a junior chicken, bro. But like, it wasn't like, yo, bless me a junior chicken, 2 2s, I need that.
Yeah.
So the octaves were there.
Yeah. It was also like, yo, just bless me, fam.
I feel like
it's still kind of cringe.
In terms of like regular everyday usage, it was like little things like a lie or like bless, like things like that.
Like
and
wazzles.
Wazzles, we weren't even saying wazzles in high school. But then you know what happened when that dude McFly dropped the shit Toronto people say?
Yeah.
Then there was like an exaggerated version now that you could kind of like jokingly bring up.
Yeah.
And mans would like jokingly talk like that. And then, I don't know, as the years went on, people eventually just started talking like that for real.
Nah, but back then, mans would say brains.
Yeah.
Mans would say, oh, pine that. Oh, that's a thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know? So.
That's something like only like smaller terms, but it wasn't like the overall accent. It was just like slang.
That's true.
Right. And listen, I don't mean to get on the sidetrack, but like mans do a mix of like the Toronto accent or words, like I just said, mans, right? And then we articulate ourselves pretty well.
Exactly.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
But this is like us more mature, or you guys more mature, more specifically, because you guys are born and raised here. When you weren't as mature, when you were like 16, you don't have the film to go back, or maybe you do because you guys are kind of still in the social media age. You might need to go back and check some of those films of you with your friends when you're 16 and see if you sound even close to as cringe as the 17, 16-year-old now.
I'm gonna check my Facebook. And then I'm gonna circle back on for the Monday episode.
Yeah, let me know, please, fam, because like I don't, you might not notice it because you lived through it, and be like, fam, you guys are cringe now, and you might not realize when you look back. Oh no, I was hella cringe when I was your age. Fam, I watched the Real Toronto, right? Sorry, I mentioned the Real Toronto, right? Fam, I cringe at the accent that I was trying to pull on that video.
Listen, Friday, why you bring up the documentary? I don't know what you talking to.
Another 16 bars pending now. But like, seriously, and I feel like some of the other man them, they must cringe too, unless they're like, they have no self-awareness when they're like, yo, son, oh, I'm in such and such hood right now, kid. You know what I mean? This is how we do out here in the six, like, you know, and then they'll sprinkle a little, you know, the man them, we just be out here on the block, but you know what's up, yo, it's all gang shit all day, B. It's like, bro, you're from Toronto, fam. That sounds super cringe in hindsight.
But the way you did it in the documentary was like, it was like subtle. You're like, man, this is just where cats be at, man. You know what I'm saying?
No, but I feel like that's
the cats be around here, man. You know how the cats be.
So even saying that, the cats and stuff like that, like, bro, it sounds so cringe now.
I feel like all man spoke like that back then, you know? Like, but I look at any film from like the 90s to early 2000s.
Yes.
Like, man, them had the same cadence and like tone. And so I just feel like because of pop culture at the time, mans are emulating that, you know?
Yes. So for you guys, fast forward, because you already seen our old cringe unk asses and you're like, we're not American, right? When you're growing up, did you have another version of cringe of what people are calling cringe now, but you didn't even notice you were doing it?
Be probably 80% of everything. You know those ones?
All right. Again, we'll put it on the Pinterest board. You guys can go review your 2012 videos.
Because them times, like, I don't know, I was listening to like Tyler, the Creator, Odd Future, that whole rebellious type thing. A lot of Kanye, obviously, Kendrick, Drake. So I wasn't super like in like Toronto lore, you know?
Yeah. So you might even be like cosplaying somebody else at the time.
No facts. Childish Gambino, one of them.
Pull up the videos, fam. I need to see those. People have already seen my cringe from like 20 years ago or whenever that was. I need to see you guys' 2012 cringe.
That's your homework, so I have to find some cringe.
Some grade 12 pictures.
No, I need to hear the
videos.
video. I need to hear how the man them were talking back then. Because then that's a reflection of how you guys were talking with your friends. Even if you have a video with your friends, even better. Oh my God. Because then you'll watch and be like, oh my God, I was a cringe kid. Okay, you might go hit up the brown, what do you call them? The brown bandits, right? And be like, sorry guys, we're a little bit too rough on you. You know what I'm saying? And then send them that video. They'll be like, see what I'm talking about? We're just playing around.
I'll never send them videos. Any incriminating evidence.
You know what I've realized? Okay, so let's say the generation before you guys, like let's say, or even your generation, you guys were more focused on speaking American.
Yeah.
Then like after that, the next generation was like, our generation was like American, but with a little Toronto. And now the generation after us is like full like Toronto, you know?
And they're fans of Toronto music. Getting back to Casper, he can do a full venue of over probably 2,000 people because the fan bases here is so much more into the shit than they used to be back in my days, bro. You think any man's could do like a 2,000 venue from my generation, fam? No, bro. I don't care how hot you are. Maybe, Mayhem Moriarty or somebody. Other than that, maybe Drake.
But from my generation, I feel like Face Films era, they kind of had it where like they'd be able to do
2,000 people?
Maybe like 1,000, maybe like 750.
Give me a name.
But it would have to be all of them on stage though,
because that's like Honcho, all of them, right?
Yeah.
Boogs is in the Face Film era.
Yeah, I think Boogs was
early.
There. Sam G. Who else was there? But yeah, basically that whole era.
Respectfully, and them mans know this too. They're not doing one of those venues by themselves. Like you just said,
not by themselves.
You have to put them all together, like you said, right?
But Casper has a 100-band plan with him.
Yeah, but respectfully to 100-band plan, Casper's doing the heavy lifting in this tour. Like.
Yeah, I don't think 100-band plan's bringing in like that many more people than Casper would bring by himself.
For real, I feel like it's probably like a 65-35.
No. Again,
90,
respectfully.
10.
For real? Like, you gotta
fam.
diss it, broski.
No, we're not, fam. He probably knows
He's
this
new.
too. He's very new. And like there's proof of concept. Like you see like the out of town shows. There was a show, I don't know if it was Calgary or one of the places. Bro, the venue was big. It was packed. It was one of those things, people all had the light in front of him. Like Casper fills up venues, fam. He has a extensive catalog. Just like you guys did a versus.
But is this going to be 100 bands plans for a show?
Probably.
So, you know, that's an added, that's probably from your 10%, it probably makes it a 15.
Maybe. And I think a lot of the younger fans are probably more tapped into the 100 band plan aspect. You know, I think Casper's fan base is probably like people around our age, maybe a little younger, and 100 band plan is like his age and younger.
See, that's why they have to make it all ages so his fans could pull up.
No.
So, yo, Bear fans trying to pull up, but they said they can't get in because they're 13.
No. One thing, even Casper and K Money, there was a show that got canceled years ago I was trying to go to on the club that's on Bathurst near King Street. One of those ones that it's like right on Bathurst south of King. Right at the corner there. The club usually wraps around Bathurst to King Street. Right? You guys know what the venue I'm talking about. I don't remember the name. Right? That shit right there, it was an all ages event, fam. It was line up around the corner, fam. Like people fuck with them. Like the youth them love K Money and Casper, bro. And that was the time when K Money was on fire. So it was like everybody was more focused on K Money. But like Casper on his own, and they're probably expecting K Money to pop out too. Bro, the youth them are like, it's like Christmas for them, fam. Like Toronto youths, because they get to see the footage of all these guys out of town getting to see these guys live. Last time they got to see these guys live was probably like in the 2010s.
We've probably never seen them live. They're young. These kids are like 16.
Those ones. But like the ones who are like y'all age now, like they performed back in the days when like Smoke Dogg, all the different bands were like getting those live shows off. And like people were loving that shit. And the K Money era was just like freaking 2018. You know what I'm saying? So like they're kind of used to this. So hopefully even, and we'll close this segment, hopefully the label helps to circumvent all of that cancellations that they used to get pre-getting signed. Because he was doing this independently with some cancellations here and there. You know what I'm saying? Now, with the label, he should get 0 cancellations.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And to his ops out there, don't fuck this shit up. Even if I know you guys, it's a big ask, but like, bro, no, because like ops are gonna be like, okay, now I know where he's gonna be all the time, and like they can try some fuck shit, but like
it's gonna ruin the scene. But random aren't thinking about the scene.
Yeah, but a lot of the times their ops, they have rappers who are like the heads of their crews or like the big managers in their crews. So if you want for their rappers to be able to flourish, don't fuck it up for everybody because you're fucking it up for yourself too.
They have crab in a bucket mentality. They think once you have it, nobody else could have it. It's like opportunity only exists for one man.
That's nasty work, bro. But listen, let's not put no bad mind on it. Salute to Casper TNG. Salute to 100 Band Plan as well. We're looking forward to when you guys update us on the show. So the first topic that I had here, Jack Harlow. I was playing some of his music in the beginning of the show here.
Another white rapper.
Another white rapper, right? We were having a great white rapper conversation behind the scenes, and I think we have to reconvene this conversation very soon.
Oh, you guys were?
Yeah. I was outnumbered, fam. It was Jake and Czar versus me, bro.
Jake had a pretty hot take on white rappers.
He did.
I don't like any, so.
Oh. Really?
So far, I mean, I'm open-minded, but yeah, right now, like, they're okay. Like, I respect them.
Like, in history, you don't like any?
I don't hate them, but they're all just a medium to me. Like,
in college, you're bumping Asher Roth. Don't lie, bro.
I like that one song. I like some white songs.
Was he here for the last combo?
We did mention Asher Roth.
We did. That was like one of the first ones we dropped for.
Really?
Bro.
That's the first? Yeah. Okay. What about Mac Miller? Like, seriously, what about Mac Miller?
Bring the mic a little closer to you.
No, it's not a Mac Miller guy. Yeah, that's gonna get me killed, bro. But I respect him. I respect him. But like, I never really bumped him, bro.
You seem like the perfect demographic.
I know. All my friends think I'm a traitor, bro. But.
That's interesting.
Oh man. Okay, so, and we're gonna get back to that conversation in a second about the white rappers because we're not letting that go. That was the hottest behind the scenes take I heard in a minute. Like a white gentleman not fucking with any of the white rappers, bro.
Yeah,
I feel like that's like the entry point to a lot of white people, you know what I'm saying? But Jack Harlow, he dropped that Monica album, right? I even feel crazy saying the title because I heard about the lore about the Monica and all that too. Like, oh my God.
What's the lore?
My nigga.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So where do we start here? Do we start with the names? Because I got a list of names here, right? If you could pull this up on the screen right here, one take, Jake. So Charlie Kirk Franklin, that was the one that you mentioned before, right? So I don't know, Zar, that might be, they might have fucked up one of your monikers right there. Brian McWhite, Steve Wonderbread, Jay Nilla, D'Angelo, but like the correct spelling of like Angelo.
D'Angelo, like Anglo-Saxon.
D'Angelo. Oh,
Christopher Brown.
That's crazy.
Most definitely not Yakub Kweli.
Yakub Kweli is crazy. Music Snow Child.
That one's pretty good.
Snow Allegro. De La Soap. They just called him Remy Shan. Remy Shan is actually just a real name.
They said Vanilla Rice, but Vanilla Ice is already white.
I know, man. Lazy is whack. Common Sensible, whack. Scott Torch, whack. A Tribe Called Meh, whack.
My favorite one is the IRS one.
Yeah, so they're killing him. They're killing him just because he won the album. I don't know. They're not killing him about the music.
No, they are too.
Yeah, because we listened to some of the music earlier too, that My Nigga album. And I wasn't so mad at it, right? But he said something about he got blacker. And that's what pissed everybody off.
Well, he was doing an interview and they kind of like backed him into a corner, you know, by saying like, oh, well, most white rappers, they end up doing whiter music. They ended up pivoting.
Hold up. One take, Jake?
Mud. Yeah. Pull it up.
Pull it up.
You arguably went deeper into
I got blacker.
black music.
Yeah.
I got blacker,
deeper
man.
into blackness. So was that conscious? Was that a little twist on the typical move that white rappers make, which is to retreat back into traditionally white sounds?
It certainly made what I already wanted to do even more appealing. Absolutely.
Because you like pushing that boundary, that line?
I think I love black music. I love the sound of black
Who
music.
among us?
Yeah, I love the sound of black music.
Yeah.
And of course, I'm hyper aware of the politics of today. That safer landing spot that a lot of my white contemporaries have found.
We love hip-hop.
And of course it appealed to me to do something that I felt like at a time when there's plenty of people expecting me to take some of the routes y'all are taking. To take the route that not only might not be expected, but is also the one I genuinely want to take. So all the stars aligned in that way for me, to be honest. I'm not going to pretend like what you're talking about, I was like, I guess you're right. I knew that there were multiple things appealing about this route, but I also came to the decision, I'm proud to say, off of what feels good in my ear. I love R&B music. I love the sound of soft, intimate, melodic music. So I want to be understood. I want to write melodies that invite people to sing along.
We love hip-hop.
Yo, one thing, Jake looked disgusted watching Jack Harlow speak. That's why I started laughing so hard.
Steaming, bro.
He's about to throw up.
Okay, so
this clip is a little disingenuous though.
Talk to me. Tell me why.
Only because there's like a question that the interviewer asked before.
Okay.
Where he was saying like, oh yeah, the other like Post Malone and da-da-da.
Yeah.
They end up doing wider music, but you, and then like they left a space for him. It's like, but you, so then that's when he's like, oh, I went blacker. So they kind of like alley-ooped him where it's like, oh, they went whiter, but you, and then so like now he has to say something, oh, like, I went blacker.
So he could have said, what do you want me to say? I went blacker or something? Like, what does that even sound like?
But like, why, okay, when he tried to give context and stuff, like, I just think he's pandering and that's why it sounds crazy. But if you just said, oh, I went blacker, and like just left it at that, like, I don't think that's so crazy to me still.
I don't think it's so crazy either, but I think he's intentionally rage baiting.
Yes, and I think even with the album name, and he's still signed, so I feel like the record label kind of wanted him to lean into this angle of you're going to be the white rapper that actually doesn't retreat into white music, but you go into black music and black Twitter's going to go crazy and they're going to say this, that. Like,
but they didn't go crazy over the music itself. They're going crazy over this.
But it's going to make you check out his music.
And then when you check out the music, everyone's been saying it's mid.
It is mid.
Yeah, so you got all of us all up in a uproar. Black Twitter getting crazy for mid. Why do that for mid?
I don't think this was intentional, though. I don't think like, I took a break from music. Because the way how he even presented this album, he was saying that like, you know, this was like a situation with the Shawty, blah, blah, blah. Like he actually put care into this. So I don't think he wants to get people like riled up to go check out his music for them to diss it. You know what I mean? Like once you already like are cheese, you don't really want to say a good thing about the music. So you're looking for something negative to say, you know, and especially if you're switching up the genres you're doing as well, because he's going into like more neo soul type thing.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I just think this is like a bad runway for that, you know?
Well, I think it gave him the best runway possible because the music itself, speaking for itself, is mid. Like, he's kind of trying to do what Mac Miller did on the tail end of his career with the neo soul, but he is not as good of a vocalist. So the writing is good, the melodies are good, but when he sings it, he sounds like Michael Bublé without the actual skill, or like Robin Thicke without the skill.
But the thing is, Mac Miller, because he even has he has a song called Good News or whatever, where it's more like, but he's not like trying to do neo soul. I think it's more like that indie, like melancholy type. I think in his latter end, Mac Miller got more white type shit. But like, I don't think it was neo soul. But I think he was trying to tap into that, but like the black version of it. But it didn't seem authentic to me. Even the way he's dressing, like it's like a full rebrand, you know?
Yeah, he said I wore the hat because it just like, what was this freaking thing that he said
the
about
Kango
that?
hat or whatever?
Yeah, but like he had like some coy reason of why he wore the hat. And that's part of the reason like he's getting so much backlash too, because like he's funny. But like sometimes when you're doing this tongue-in-cheek, funny things, not all the jokes land. And sometimes it's like, bruh, what are you doing? Are you trying to rage bait me, or are you just your joke didn't land?
Why do these white boy rappers have to rebrand? Like, is the black community just done with them, so they got to find like more audience?
I don't think that the black community was done with him, fam. I feel like he just switched up. He didn't put a lot of promotion after his second album, or the record company didn't put a lot of promotion, and he kind of faded. He was hot.
I don't even think he faded though. Like he just took a break, and then he wanted to take a turn. Because he was saying that like he didn't want to be in Drake's shadow in the sense of like, a lot of the music he was making was sounding Drake-esque.
Yeah.
Like this is literally what he said. I'm not like, you know, but even if you hear all of his hits, it sounds like Timu Drake type thing.
Drake light.
You know?
But fam, they were hits.
They were.
So I understand artists and they have their own like, I want to have my own identity and stuff like that. And that's cool. But that was what was working for you. They were calling you Drake Light, and the gal them were dancing to it in the club. Exactly. What the fuck's the problem, brother?
But I don't know. Even with G-Eazy, like he had his hits too, and then he tried to like revert to, I don't know. I guess like the slick back, grease lightning type shit, you know. And like I don't know. Like I feel like they do the rap shit to get hot, but that might not be who they are at their core. So it's like, do I want to live the rest of my life putting on this show, or do I want to do the art I actually want to do?
Okay, and I have a question, but before I ask that question, I need to ask Jake one take.
What's that?
G-Eazy, is that easy on your list of you don't?
I feel like most white rappers are like G-Eazy level. Like they have like a 1-2 hit, but like they're all kind of like G-Eazy, bro.
But do you like G-Eazy?
I like that one song with like ASAP and Cardi B.
No Limit?
Yeah, that's
Everybody
a good
likes
song.
that song.
Okay.
That is like his only good song.
Now, do you believe, and this might be a natural question as a black man at the table, right? Do you believe that most white rappers are not coming in with hip hop as their first intention? Like they want to branch out and they just stick with hip hop, like the ones like Eminem or whatever. Like, is it all white rappers or like most white rappers?
I wouldn't say all, because I feel like Eminem, like it seemed like he genuinely was in love with the craft, and like he wanted to become like elite lyricist, spitter, you know?
Yeah.
But I feel like most of them, they do see the bridge, and like black culture is always the most lit culture. Black people are very welcoming, you know, and I feel like black people are kind of like an expressway to like clout.
Because there's examples of this, right? Old head moment right here. Everlast, right? Everlast started off as Everlast in the group Rhyme Syndicate with Ice-T back in the days. Okay, like late 80s, early 90s. He was rapper. He looked kind of like G-Eazy actually at the time. Hair slicked back and shit, you know, black suit and shit, right? And then he switched to like ginger, jump around, right? And he's hanging with the white boys, but he was still rapping. And then he completely converted into like this like alternative kind of country singer. And like he's completely not rapping no more. So he was like the first example of somebody who's like, you used hip hop culture and you completely morphed into somebody else. He walked so that Post Malone could run.
Even like Kid Rock.
And Kid Rock actually started jogging even extra fast, and then Post Malone was like, oh, we could continue to do this? Oh, this is gravy train. Let me put some tattoos on my face, White Iverson, and then all of a sudden, like, oh, hip-hop is lowbrow shit.
Okay, Zara, let me ask you. Because as a white man in an urban space.
Yeah.
And a rapper.
Me?
Big Turk. Fam, you just barred up the other day.
Doesn't mean I'm a rapper, bro.
But a former rapper.
Attempted.
Yes.
Okay, as a guy that can rap. Okay.
Like, okay, you see the Rorys, you know, like man, them making jokes. You know, you see what's happening to Jack Harlow, like, yeah, how much like, how do you feel like when you move throughout the space, like how, like, I don't want to say like what are your intentions or whatever, but like
it sounds like a big setup. Shout out to the members right now.
Yeah. But like what I don't want to say like what's your end goal or whatever, but like what do you like, what entices you about like being in like the urban space type shit?
What entices you? That is such a setup question.
Oh no, I just feel like
loaded question.
No, I just feel like, yo, are you guys having this conversation? Is ours right there and you're not patient?
No, that's valid. That's valid. What entices me about urban spaces is crazy.
Yes, answer that question, and I have a follow-up question that's not for you, but keep going, bro.
This is like, I guess, like a deep question, but like, yeah, I always just gravitated towards, I guess, urban culture since I was a kid, and like, you know, growing up in the inner city, you know, that was just like where I resonated with the most, because like I'm not the most like Syrian, I'm not the most Turkish, and like there weren't too many people like me, you know what I'm saying? Like only child and stuff. So like, I don't know, for me it was like basketball and hip hop music, and like, you know, I was beatboxing and stuff.
Jeez.
Yeah, that's what I started, was beatboxing, you know, Eminem influence, whatever. And then I don't know, I feel like I just stuck in that. Even though I was like going to university and stuff, I was like kind of doing both, like trying to like rap and like learn about hip hop, but like also like doing philosophy and stuff. And then, yeah, bro, like in the city, like the, I guess, primary black culture is Jamaican. And then like, you know, you start going to events and like being a DJ, you're exposed to a lot of different music. So I don't know, for me, I never looked at it as like, oh, like I have to go to like an urban space. It's just like, those are the spaces that we're just like, I was always going to, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, like, yeah, I'll go to like white spaces and stuff, and like I don't feel as comfortable. Like,
no, because even with Jack Harlow, like, I don't think he's a racist or anything. I don't think he's like even what's the other word?
Prejudice?
Yeah, I don't think he's prejudiced or anything, you know? I just think like he just said one bad take, and then people are just kind of combining a lot of things. Like, it's just like
whips and chains?
Yeah, it's like a... He said that?
He has a song called Whips and Chains.
I don't want no whips and chains.
He doesn't have a song called Whips and Chains.
It's called Lovin' On Me.
Yeah, it's called Lovin' On Me, but like...
That's the part that sticks out.
But like, it's a sample though, and like it's a fire sample. Like,
I feel like it's fake outrage that is going to fuel the album. I feel like, I don't know, are you like truly offended as two like black individuals? Like, are you offended by what he said? Like, actually?
Well, I'm getting blacker part? No, because I know why he's doing it. I feel like he's doing it for rage bait.
Okay, but just his statement alone, is it warranting not a cancellation, but some sort of
I don't
like
think he's doing
punishment?
it intentionally for rage bait. I think like the man generally asked him a question. Because I don't think they set that question up or anything, you know? Like I feel like that was like an impulsive question and he answered it like impromptu.
It was like innocently almost. He's like,
You know,
yeah, I'm getting blacker.
You know what I mean? I was like,
I'm
like,
not getting whiter. Like,
literally, like
maybe, and you know, that's with you just giving them with all good intentions, right? And I'm not saying that the other alternative is bad intentions, but we're living in a clip culture, and everybody's very aware of that. So, like, they could be setting up a clip.
That is true, but like, I just don't think the end result is worth it. Because even with La Russell, he put some clip out where he's like, oh, my engineer told me not to play this. And then he's there bigging up Trump and the Mustache Man and all these weirdos talking about they're sent from heaven. And it's like, okay, these artists are doing things to intentionally rage bait us, but it's not making me go check out La Russell's music. Now I'm thinking, let me never check out La Russell's music.
Yes, right? But the thing is, just to mention him, and this is the second time we've mentioned him on the podcast, period, right? Just now. And Jack Harlow, I think we have a title about Jack Harlow like from like a few years ago, all right? We barely talk about these people, but we're talking about them. We gave them like 15 minutes of shit right now because of the rage bait, because of the list of all the names that came out. Like, you got the internet talking, fam. And if we're talking, even if we don't go consume it ourselves, even though we did for research purposes, somebody else might go and research it because they heard us talking about it.
I think single-handedly, this interview gave everyone a reason or excuse to check out the album, because I think without any sort of controversy or traction, no one would care about a Jack Harlow rebranded album.
Okay,
you know?
We checked out your new dumb album. But now your demographic of black women don't rock with you.
Pissed.
So like, what's next? Okay, all right, bless. You guys got that off. We're rage baited. We're cheese.
Nah, that's the problem. They don't. We can get them back is the philosophy, right? Yeah, I pissed you off a little bit, but I can get you back if I just do this and that.
One hit song. But do you feel like...
And sorry, let me just say this quickly. Y'all ain't really my main demographic, really. It's the white chicks.
Nah, low key, like before all this Jack Harlow hate happened, because I didn't know the album was happening, but then I started seeing certain meme pages. They're posting his album, but they all had like the same type of energy where it's like, oh, I didn't know that Jack Harlow could get in his soul bag. Oh, let me find out that Jack Harlow is like, has like a D'Angelo inside. Like they're trying to push that narrative at first. Yeah. I kind of seen the play happening. So I kind of feel like this kind of derailed that. So maybe they're trying to lean into it now that it's happening. But like, I don't think their plan was, oh, yo, let's get all the black women cheese so they could go listen to the R&B album and fall in like you know?
No, but, and you know, we'll get off of Jack Harlow in a second because I didn't even realize that Jack Harlow, but this is an interesting topic, right? I don't think that's what it is. If you look at the demo, and I don't know what it is, like First Class and different songs like that, I feel like attracted like a white demo.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what I'm saying? And that is the one that's feeding him. If you piss off a few black women, cool. If they go check out your shit and they like it, even better. But if they don't, we didn't expect you to like it anyway, because this is not good enough executed R&B, with all due respect to Jack, that like somebody who's a real R&B head is gonna fuck with. But you might get this off like at a Starbucks or whatever, where people are not really listening to this shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Where's the demo again? White people.
You know what? I think they're almost taking a page from like the old Justin Timberlake book, like with how he's trying to brand himself as like the soulful white guy. Like he's not doing as much dancing, but he already was in a movie, I think.
He was in White Man Can't Jump.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And he had that like television-esque personality. Mm-hmm. So now he's kind of like going more into like the mellow vibe.
Yeah.
But I don't know if like the music is quality enough to sustain the rebrand. Like, I think you're going to see him switch up again. Like, I don't see this being his like permanent new genre.
This might be his Kanye 808's time or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
But that worked for him.
That super worked. But it didn't work at first. But it worked in sales. But like the culture wasn't like hip to it in the first like 2-3 months when like time took a little bit, like, we had a little bit more time to digest shit.
Yeah.
The first 2-3 months, people were like, and then I think by the time he dropped the second single, people were like, oh shit. Like this is a different thing. You know what I'm saying? But like he said, that worked. This is not working.
For the first 3 months, we'll see.
Yeah, maybe. There might be a song that emerges out of this that friggin' it just becomes the most viral thing that's all on everybody's sounds.
They can do that. They can press their button.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Is there anything? There was something else I was trying to touch on with this white rapper topic.
Do you guys want to go back to the conversation with goated white rappers or whatever? Was that what you're trying to do?
There's a part of that I want to do, but like, there's a part of that I feel like I need to address first because like he has to do a little bit more than the average person in his demographic. You know what I'm saying? Jack Harlow. And this might be the reason why he's doing all this stupid shit.
You think so?
Like, I'm not trying to be like, oh, woe is me to white people and whatever, but like, it's not as easy for a white person to get accepted in the hip hop culture, bro.
I feel like right now there's almost like
equal opportunities.
It's almost like an open slot for like the white boy of the moment. Like Eminem is already in like his own category. Like, but in terms of like who's like the hot white boy rapper right now, like who is it really?
Nah, but even for the new year, like they have Yeet, he's white. I think Next Bend is white. Ian is white. And there's enough white rappers that are guan right now.
Yeah, Yeet might be the great white hope.
You know?
I do like Yeet, by the way. I just remembered. Yeah.
Oh, there we go. We found
it.
Just remember, he's part Mexican.
He's white passing.
Yeah.
And that's another thing. Why is it that you don't like the white rappers? And you like the white rappers?
Yeah, some of them.
Yeah. Okay, so give me yours first, Jake.
They're just like not even close to like my top 5. Like I like newer artists. Well, he's not new, but like Future, Thug, Travis, Kanye, Jay-Z. Like I don't hate white rappers, but they're just like way lower down the tier list.
Okay, listening to his list, I understand why.
I'm a big production guy too. A lot of white guys slide on like corny beats.
Yeah, that is true. They have horrible production for one.
The beat selection.
That and Future, very swaggy. Thug, very swaggy.
Yeah,
Kanye, very swag. White rappers don't really have swag. Jack Harlow was like the closest to like the white man with swag.
No, there's a couple white rappers with swag.
Eminem didn't have no swag, bro.
He's not a rapper, but like, what about Justin Bieber?
Justin Bieber had swag.
Yeah.
He's not a rapper.
He had a little swag. Like he got exposed in the Britney Spears book when he was like, "Hey, Genuine, hey," whatever the words that he said that was super cringe. It was like he kind of looked kind of try hard back when you go and reflect back.
Yeah, no, he got
Justin Timberlake.
Yeah. Oh, Justin Timberlake. Oh, we're talking about Justin Bieber.
Oh, Justin Bieber. No, he cool. He cool.
Okay, so what about MGK? You don't think he has swag?
Nah. And he switched.
He kept switching. He switched back and forth. Like, make up your mind, dog.
Yeah, like, the man's doing like pop music right now, fam.
I'm trying to think white rappers that were swaggy. Post Malone?
Hold on. He's not even accepted in the rock world right now. The rock and roll people are like, yo, fam, you're a carbon copy or you're...
It's because he tried to go at Eminem. It's like, wait, hold on, guy.
And now he's making like pop punk.
Yeah, but like he has no home, fam. Like hip hop don't love him. The rock music guys are like, we don't want to opening for us, or we're not opening for you. Get the fuck out of here.
A man without an island.
Man without an island for real.
I think he's just in like that permanent like rock star icon lane.
Nah, I wouldn't say rock star icon. He's just like a permanent public figure type shit. You know, like
he's like a celebrity at this point, like A-list. You think he's A-list?
I wouldn't say A-list.
Dating Megan Fox, married.
He's like B-list, you know, like
he's
like when Megan Fox is on the red carpet, he has to like stand behind her and let her take the pictures and stuff. You know those ones?
Shit. Okay, well listen, man.
Shout out to the white people out there. I'm not saying that you guys don't have swag. Compared to like the rappers out there, the swag is just so crazy and stupendous that like white man just can't compete. Like
I'm trying to think of the white boys that were like.
Don't hurt yourself, bro.
Don't worry about it.
What about Riff Raff?
The only man.
Salute to Riff Raff.
The only guy. I was about to say that. I was about to say that.
Yeah, and quick correction before we get off this topic, because remember we were throwing around rappers that can't rap that made hits. And I didn't catch it until the edit later. You said Bubba Sparks.
Yeah, I got that
Take
wrong.
that back.
Yeah.
Bubba Sparks had bars, bro.
He did.
Ugly! That track there, yeah.
I don't know.
Khaled Park, Bubba Sparks.
Go do y'all Googles. But yeah, salute to all the white rappers out there, right? You know, you're getting blacker. Quick thing. K2, those songs, right? Those somebody tried to hit me in the live chat. They tried to hit me in the repost later. And K2 is the Edmonton rapper who's currently still on the run, actually. They still haven't got him, right? Their man tried to tell me the songs are AI.
Roll Ready Detailing, now open 7 days a week from 8 to 5 p.m. 750 Oakdale Road, Unit 66, specializing in ceramic coating protection with warranty, PPF, tints, wraps, vinyl wraps, and hand car washes. Remember, we clean anything on wheels.
Roll ready, ready for the road.
All right.
First of all, if they are, that's pretty impressive because they sound pretty real.
Yeah, and there's another song that he released, and I'll play that right now. If you could pull this up on the screen for me, one take, Jake. All right, the graphic looks crazy, and this is when K2 drops a tribute track for a little OT and says that's his brother. This is credit there. Not bad, okay,
That's
but again, yeah. Again, we're not gonna do the. This is not a K2 or Mr. Go Get It glorification segment. The reason why I brought this up, because this will get copyrighted out of this episode too.
Really?
Yeah. Because my live stream and the freaking clips that I posted got copyrighted, right?
His song.
For his song.
By who?
Cheese.
Universal Music Group?
You know what? Let me double check. I'm not even cheesed because it's like the only thing, like, I guess it sucks for the audience because like I have to just chop, like, there's an option in the YouTube studio to chop out all those. So it just cuts to like me just reacting to the parts. You know what I'm saying? So that kind of sucks for the viewer. However, I don't think that would have happened if those songs were AI.
I agree.
Right?
But the fact
Unless
that
I'm wrong about that.
This guy's properly publishing these tunes while he's on the run. Like, is he an industry plant?
I don't know. That would be crazy.
That'd be another L rollout.
Yeah. It doesn't give me the name again of who sent the copyright. I got to go into my email to find it, but I will find it of who sent the copyright.
You know what's interesting? Like, I swear when we last spoke about this, we recommended for K2 to put out like an R&B acoustic kind of track.
Mm-hmm.
And now he
Believe Music.
Search them up.
I've heard of them before. Nobody's gonna tell me that this shit is freaking AI.
Maybe a man signed him while he's on the run.
That's crazy.
And like, just release a bunch of tracks right now.
That would be crazy. All right, let me pull it up on the screen right there. One take, Jake. Believe Music. That's the first thing that I put when I copied and paste this. Right? Bong.
Is this like a distro kid?
Could be. Our artists, songwriters, labels.
Do they have any notable
I
people?
interviewed this Mindflip. I interviewed Mindflip. Who else is in here? He's an artist from Quebec. Our expertise, believe, support.
Craig David. Call on me. No, that's Eric Bird.
That's Craig David, the UK singer?
On Tuesday.
What? Yo, fam. Yo, what is going on, fam? Now the lore is getting deeper. Because I didn't even I just go and take them out. I don't even like go to check who gives me the copyright.
That's definitely a distribution type thing.
So the man's music's getting distributed by Believe Music, fam? That's mad.
Can anyone get their music?
Yeah, I feel like it's something you could just sign up for.
I'm looking.
No, they put those big artists there to entice people to sign up and drop their music there.
It could be like that Rock Nation expansion.
Exactly.
It's just like brand sponsorships. Like, we work with Craig David.
Yeah. It could be like a hyped up audio boom type shit.
But DistroKid won't really flag your music on YouTube.
Yeah, they will.
They will, eh?
Yeah, they will. I was with what's the other one to Distro Kid? Audio
Mac?
Not
No,
Audio Mac.
TuneCore.
I was with TuneCore before, and TuneCore used to hit me for reacting to my own music videos. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yo, that's me, but it's doing its job. Basically, it's picking up whatever in the algorithm, and it's like
metadata.
The metadata, and it's like boom, it's tagging it or it's flagging it. So again, whoever it is, and I know who it is, I'm just not gonna ball you out right now. They keep on saying in the chat or in the freaking comments, "Oh, you're stupid, man. It's AI, bro." Like as if they're trying to like throw me off of the trail or something, fam. Yo, I was low key starting to believe it for a second. Like, you know, I've gotten caught a few times on getting caught by this AI shit. But when I get the copy right now, and now that I confirm it literally on air, I didn't even check before. It's actually coming from a label, fam. I don't know, bro. I might need to, I don't want to use the word investigate, but I guess for lack of a better word, investigate a little bit more.
Detective Ricky on the case.
I can already see the emojis in the chat, bro. Oh, man. I think we can get off of that story, though, man. No salutes to anybody, bro.
Damn, bro, she's still on the run. I kind of rate it.
I was thinking about that, too. I'm like, yo, how is this guy really getting this off, bro? Like,
part of you is like, keep going. Keep going.
I feel like we do root for the anti-hero.
You know?
So it's kind of like, yeah, we want to see how long he'll keep going, releasing tracks.
Low key, anytime that we speak about it, like I know the algorithm too, right? It runs. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
I wish there was a way he could tell us that he's listening.
I feel like that.
Don't do it, bro. Don't do it, bro. Don't say no. Don't do it, bro.
Like I said, like I'm on the run listening to We Love Hip Hop. Like, you know, like something like that.
I'll be listening for the next tune to hear what kind of bars are coming out of there.
Running through the forest, listening to George.
You never know, fam. You might be like, yo, Friday Ricky Fed, I heard you or some shit, bro. It could get crazy,
On the
fam.
blogs, they talking about me.
Hey.
Look at the potty, they talking about me.
And I don't want to hear no shit about, oh, it was AI. It was AI. All right. Okay, let's get to our next set of stories here. We have two stories that we can cover. And you guys can take a choice, all right? Top 5 back in the studio, or something that I just saw coming in today. TV Gucci posting what potentially could be the Drake Iceman cover.
Go with the second one.
I was gonna say the second one as well.
Beer times. You said, "Yo, top 5's in the studio." You know what this means? What does it mean? Like
nothing ever happened.
Like,
it's always, this time something will happen. Salute to top 5.
It's always the same combo. It's like, will people care if he drops the tune right now? Like he's doing content. Like,
okay, but you said certainly he's gonna drop it because last time you said certainly as well.
Fam, the man is hit me up on FaceTime in the studio, like, yo, I'm ready. He's told me I'm gearing up to get some shit popping. I've heard, you know, like, I believe him this time.
The top 5's word is as good as the toonie, bro.
Oh, no.
They don't make those anymore, right?
A toonie?
They still make the
They still make those?
You mean a penny?
Yeah, okay, whatever.
See? That means it's dropping because you fucked up the joke. Right
What's going to drop first? Top 5 music or Iceman?
Or Iceman, that's the question.
That's the real over-under.
Both is not dropping.
Okay, but let's get to the Iceman story because I feel like we might have some progress over here. Salute to TV Gucci. If you could pull this up on the screen, one take, Jake. All right? Somebody's saying audio extremely choppy. What do you mean audio choppy? Anyhow, let me not pay attention to that. So I have a cover here, or I don't know if it's a cover. Okay, he just has Iceman with ... exclamations like crazy. Freeze the world.
It is extremely ugly, so going by that, it's probably a Drake cover still.
Why do you think it's extremely ugly? That's a nice little diamond.
Bro, like,
you ain't never had a diamond like that.
There's only certain mans that could pull off the minimalistic, artistic, like, I feel like every time Drake tries to go with the artistic route, it gives cringe, you know?
So even when he was doing the live streams, I remember you weren't a fan of the like abstract, slow cinema.
Because he's trying to change the narrative now, where it's like, oh, Iceman was never about being cold, guys. It was about diamonds and jewelry. How did you not get that the whole time?
It could be multifaceted.
Multifaceted. So like,
it could be like, yo, it means cold, but it also means, you know, George Gervin.
There's only one thing on the cover, which is a diamond.
So, okay. Let me pull this back up, and I fixed the audio for the people in the listening audience. My bad. Can we pull this back up on the screen? Boom. You think this is ugly? You don't think that could be the cover?
Bro, it gives this, when he put the pregnant emojis, when he put the black Japanese thing, it's like, it's very rare. Like the Views cover art, that was fire.
Yeah.
Take Care was fire. You know what I mean? But other than that, he always had ugly album cover art, bro.
Will this help it sell? Let's say this is the cover. Will this be a deal breaker? You see this cover, you're like, I ain't checking for this shit.
Not a deal breaker, but it's
especially with the track run of ugly album covers. I agree with you. He does have ugly album covers. Name one album cover, and listen, no diss to Drizzy, right? Give me an album cover that was fire from Drake.
Take Care.
Take Care, yes.
No, I said that.
Right?
And More Life wasn't bad, but
More Life. That was one with his dad on the cover, right? That one wasn't bad. I was trying to think, the one before Take Care, right? Thank Me Later. Trash cover.
I don't even remember what it looks like.
But
it was like a blurry Drake type of thing.
In your opinion, does the cover art have any sort of indication on the quality of the album? Like they say the first thing you do when you pick up a book is you see the cover, and they say don't judge a book by its cover. But do you feel like it kind of makes it seem like he's off to a bad start already?
Yo, the man's been off to a bad start since the live streams. However, yes, the album art is supposed to encapsulate the feel of the album, what you're supposed to expect. Like, it's supposed to set the tone. So when you press play, like you're already kind of in the vibe.
Yeah.
So maybe you're going to have that luxurious jewelry, icy type of vibe.
It didn't give luxury though. It just gave like some African nigga found a diamond in the mountain and placed it on his cupboard.
You know what it kind of is reminiscent of? It's kind of like the other album cover that he did with Future. It was just a bunch of diamonds. It was like,
What
a Time to Be Alive, but like it literally was something like they found a Google image and like they didn't even put words on the cover.
I'm sure there's a story behind this diamond. Drake's probably going to be like, this is the story behind the diamond, behind the cover art.
Yeah.
I was on a boat in the coast of Ibarrachi with Jimmy Sanguini, and he gave me this diamond and said that it came, it was some story like that.
No, it bees like that, fam, because like
there has to be a story.
The other cover, the CLB cover, everybody was like, what's all these pregnant girls on the cover? Like, that's whack, right? And then it was like, oh, you don't know that it's this artist. I forgot. I think he was a Japanese artist. And it's like, you don't know he did this, and this. And I'm like, nah, fam, I didn't know. Like, it still doesn't look that crazy to me.
Now, but if I go to the world-renowned artist and then he gives me the mid, I'm cheesed. Like,
but that's not the mid for some people. Because in museums, I think he has like examples that are kind of close to that. And people are like, oh, you're not really seeing the symbolism. Like we're just not cultured enough to see how not mid it is. You know what I'm saying? Even though like I do agree, it's kind of mid. You know what I'm saying? But give me the Scorpion cover, so great. All of this. My point is, all of them shit still slap. The things that we didn't like the covers of.
Not all of them.
CLB was some of his best or better work before things started to weed.
Fair. Okay, that's fair.
Right.
But I'm not saying that the album is gonna be bad because I'm saying that like because the album cover artwork is kind of ugly, that's why I'm kind of inclined to believe that it might be, you know what I mean? Because it's on track to previous. And I'm not saying that, now the album's definitely gonna be shit.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that like, okay, now maybe this might be it because
You're saying it kind of follows the vibe of the rollout, like mid rollout, mid cover art?
That too, you know, but like, even like every time I see a Drake album cover art, I'm like, yeah, it makes sense, you know?
They just don't be that much effort. So it's like, everybody's still excited. If you go through the comments, right, and if you could pull this up on the screen over here, and I know it might just be a lot of glazing because it's Drake, but everybody's like, fire emojis, there's your boy Snow Day, right? Rambeezy, aka Ram Riddles, all fire emojis. It almost looks like bots, but they're not actually bots. They're real people.
Just people in the scene.
Yeah, it's like fire, fire, fire. Like,
but what are they gonna say? Shit album cover, bro.
I said I didn't say fire. I said cover art.
And that's why man them don't be giving you free tickets.
I asked the question.
You're cool with TV Gucci.
Very cool.
TV Gucci
I think
pulled
so.
up
I think
on the pod
multiple times. Yeah. So, yeah, man. I don't know, bro. I don't think, like, I do agree that the album covers don't be hot, but it didn't make a difference as far as the music.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So, hopefully, this is a sign that we're gonna get Iceman soon. All right.
I agree with that.
Yeah. We ain't gonna spend 100 years on this Drake story because I feel like we're just keep on repeating the same shit. When's Iceman?
Yo, how's the chat?
The chat is getting better right there, man. Before some people were complaining about the sound, but I feel that we fixed it. Let me just double check.
Nah, I'm gonna find the.
Yeah,
I always find the
We're good
critique about Drake's though.
No.
I want like maybe like a 30-part run still, like, and it's not intentional. Still, it's just like I see
points
it.
on the board.
It's like I see it and then I react to it. Like, you know?
Oh, I just realized he's putting numbers on the board. Okay, I got a sticky story for us over here, and I covered it a little bit on a live stream, but we got an update on this. Kanaan, waving flag.
Jeez.
What is that song?
When I get older,
I will be stronger. They'll call me freedom.
Just like a
waving.
Drake was on the remix, you know.
Oh, take a look at where you live. What if it happened there?
Yeah. So he caught an R-word case.
I want to take a quick second to give a big shout out to Grabba, some of the hottest grabba in the GTA. You can get grabba shakers as well as hot grabba leaf in different flavors like red herring and red rose. They got delivery within the GTA and they got some really cool apparel for sale. If you want to get your hands on that grabba, make sure to hit them up on their Instagram page, grabba.ca, and let them know that the We Love Hip Hop boys sent you. Big salute to the sponsors. Cheer.
Few months back. And now they're getting into the.
I'm not gonna say it. The predators moving flocks.
Oh, and we're live. Okay, there's a hearing that's.
Normally that would be edited out so fast.
Can't even timestamp this.
I know,
one.
right? The uncut, and it's public. Okay, but there's an update now. They went to a hearing, I guess, and they posted this on CBC. All right, so if you could pull this up on the screen over here, one take, Jake. I found this on Torontology, but like I said, this is from CBC, and they're giving some updates on the trial. So we're gonna play the whole clip.
We're soon going to find out if Canadian rapper Kanaan will be convicted of sexual assault. Testimony at his trial in Quebec City has just wrapped. I'll break down what was said, but a warning, that includes details of the alleged sexual assault. This stems from an encounter in 2010 when Kanaan, whose real name is Kanaan Abdi Wassami, performed at Quebec City's Festival d'été. This was following his worldwide success, mostly from his hit song, Waving Flag. The alleged victim's identity is protected under a publication ban, and a screen separated her from Wassami when she testified. She said the two met via social media, which led to email exchanges, FaceTimes, and flirting for months. She testified Wassami invited her to his Quebec City hotel room. The woman said when it became clear they were going to have sexual intercourse, she pushed Wassami off her when she realized they did not have a condom. She said she was concerned about STDs given he was a star who had the opportunity to have sex with many people. She said she then fell asleep but was woken up in the middle of the night when she realized Wassami was having intercourse with her. Warsame confirmed the two nearly had sexual intercourse that evening in his hotel room, but denied assaulting her during the night. In his testimony, Warsame, also known as Kanaan, said it never happened and that it wasn't a matter of whether she consented. He said he was hurt the woman would mention her concerns over STDs and his previous travel to Africa as reasons not to have sex. While Warsame was on a world tour, he felt it was an insinuation they were talking about AIDS and that those comments felt like a gut punch or betrayal, which turned him off. Warsame testified they only had intercourse the next morning, which was consensual. The woman testified she did initiate consensual sex with Warsame the next morning because she wanted to, quote, take back her humanity. The Crown's case also included several emails the two-party exchanged in the months and years following the alleged events. In the tense emails, the woman mentions not sleeping well because of the lack of a condom use and that Warsame was not aware of what he had done. Warsame said he believed the woman was holding a grudge for another event where he had been flirting with a friend of hers, and that he believed at the time that she could have gotten pregnant and had had an abortion without telling him, which would have justified, in his opinion, the tense emails. The defense tested the woman's recollection of the alleged event, which took place more than 15 years ago, and asked if the woman ever thought she could have dreamt the event. She responded she is convinced it was not a dream and that Warsame was awake. Two friends of the alleged victim also testified. Both said the woman became sad and reserved in the months that followed the alleged sexual assault back in 2010. On April 1st, the Crown and defense will present their closing arguments, and the judge will make her final decision in the months to follow.
I played the whole clip so that you guys can get everything that was presented in the courtroom so far. You guys heard everything that was presented 10 years ago. It wasn't consensual. He said he didn't have a dome. And then the next morning, he was up in her, and then she's saying that, or like, no, it was consensual, or but he's saying it's consensual, and she's saying it was, but it was because, like, she wanted to take her power back.
Now, what she's saying was, he didn't have the boots, so she said nah. They went to sleep. She woke up in the middle of the night, and then he was inside her. Then I guess they went back to sleep, and then the next morning, she initiated, like, I guess, another round of sex to kind of like take back. But I don't know, that's where the story kind of gets a little...
That gets a little wonky right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, okay, so the star invited you over to his hotel room and then initiated sex. What I feel like is like, they kind of agreed, okay, you don't have the Jimmy, blah, 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 we'll go to sleep. In the nighttime, you know, the shorty starts backing it up on you, da-da-da.
Yeah. Oh.
You know what I mean? So I feel like in the nighttime, maybe it kind of got there.
He thought he had some motion.
A lie. And in the morning, it happened again. And then after, like you said, he flirted with her friend, blah, blah, blah. She got cheesed, and then here we are.
Yikes. And the thing is, that scenario can get really, that slope can get slippery, right? Because what you presented there sounds like a common scenario. And maybe Ray in the hood could get away with that, and nobody's gonna press charges. But if you're Kanaan waving flag, Olympic song, and all that, like they can double back and be like, "I ain't feeling that right there, bro." And it's not because like she's trying to just get him for his money, because of a power dynamic.
And is there no statute of limitations like 15 years ago?
I don't think there is a statute of limitations. Not in Canada. There is no statute of limitations in Canada. Period.
For anything?
For nothing. I found this out on the live stream, bro.
I have to stop telling my crimes on you.
That's what somebody told me, fam. They're like, yo, you remember, Canada has no statute of limitations Friday. It's like, oh, low key? so
I didn't catch that body back in 2003.
You've never actually told him catching the body story.
That should be saying shit like, and kid officers don't even know this, but like, low key.
I used to do beer scavenging.
Oh, shit.
But in his case, I don't know. I kind of feel like he's getting the short end of the stick here.
At first, when the story first broke, like when I first reported on this, like there was zero information. So to have his name next to our word or weird case or whatever, it was just like, waving flag, red flag. But now it's like, bro, we might need to calm down a little bit and see what'll go on, because there's a little bit more details now we see in the story.
Yeah, like I think reactionally, I always assume this is like a defamation campaign. I'm like, there's like a successful black dude, and then like all of a sudden, someone from 15 years ago is pressing charges for an incident. But at the same time, it's possible that he is guilty of what she's accusing him of. It's possible that he's innocent. And who knows if he even recalls it. Maybe he doesn't. And like she's remembered it her whole life.
Yeah. But there's another aspect that's in there that they mentioned in these details. They said something about the relationship that he had with one of her friends. Like, this is not just like a groupie. Like, he was talking to her for a space of months. Like, he got to know her a little bit more, like on a
Apparently,
friendship
she
level.
got pregnant and then got rid of the child.
Yeah. So
that's what he's alleging.
Yeah.
But she's alleging things too. So at this point, it's he said, she said.
Exactly.
I feel like, we need statute of limitations out here still. But once it's a certain point, it's just impossible to prove. So then it just becomes one of those situations where it's like, it's very unfortunate, but like you should have done something closer to the time.
Yeah, but we got to be careful because that's quote unquote victim blaming right
No,
there.
and it's true. They had a witness there saying she was sad after, but like.
Yeah, because there's like, they say there's a reason why sometimes victims don't come forward like right when it happens, right?
But it's not Jeffrey Epstein, it's Kanaan.
and
no, but like when it comes to just like S abuse type shit, right?
Yeah, like it could be a mental thing.
Yeah.
But like it's just so difficult to be like, she was sad. And it's just like, okay, what was she sad about? Like, just because she was sad in the time, she automatically got whatever by Kanaan, you know what I mean? Like, come on, fam.
And that's what they need to find out in court. No, it sounds insensitive, but like from a court perspective, bro.
My bad. I don't mean to be insensitive.
No, it sounds insensitive, but
so
like this is what they need to find out in court.
No, fact.
This is the information that they gave us. Like, that there's speculation because of a prior relationship, because she might catch a little bit feelings because he was dealing with her homegirl. Like, there's things that we didn't have information of when the shit first broke. So it's not that just black and white.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, I know it sounds crazy, but it doesn't sound that crazy.
That's it. Just because you're sad doesn't mean you got touched by Kanaan. Oh, no, that's so funny.
Red flags, bro.
I'll be a W lawyer, right?
Yeah.
Like, has anybody here been sad before? Raise your hand. Have you been? All right, then. Case closed.
If the glove don't fit, then you must have quit.
I would have been a lit 90s lawyer. Maybe today there's like people are too hip. But
in the 90s, as long as your slogan rhymed, like as long as you had an argument that rhymed, you won.
R.I.P. Johnny Cochran.
Oh man.
Well, listen, man, we'll keep you updated on this whole thing with Kanaan, because like it would be really bad for his career to get like, it's already fucked up right now. I'm sorry. Like his name is kind of sullied.
But the only I don't want to say silver lining, but like I feel like his career is already in the tail end. He seems to already have been like wanting easy. It wasn't like, so it's better this happened now rather than when he was at his prime. Like he was already able to do the Olympics and tour the world and everything. So,
but low-key, he just won a Grammy like a year ago.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute. I seen him like get like not nominated like as one of the main acts, but like I guess he's writing with people and stuff like that. And I'm like, lie, this man's still out there, bro.
Yeah. The same reaction you had is what Shati had when she seen the Grammy. She's like, wait, hold on. Yo, that's the youth that didn't wear the boots, you know. Call up that. You remember that night when I told then bam, you have your witness right there.
Annie up.
15 years ago. Now you have to spend the next months, 2 years in court.
And your name's Mash Up. Win or lose.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because like we're like dissecting and figuring out or trying to figure out shit. And I don't know how much I'm gonna like get updates to keep on following up.
Most people aren't doing that.
Most people ain't doing that, bro.
April 1st, that's when they have their court date.
Somebody send me a reminder, but I'll do my due diligence to keep up.
On April Fools, imagine you get found innocent on April Fools. You can't even report the news.
Yeah.
You gotta wait till April 2nd?
Your man would think it's a joke.
Yeah.
Now what really happened, fam?
And
I swear I'm innocent.
He can't even say shit, right? Quick thing before we get off of this. He can't even say shit. It has to be announced for him because it's like, fam, that happened?
No, that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, if he puts that on his own timeline, enough people in his audience might not even know that that's Guanin.
No facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not helping, like bringing it up for the second time. He's probably like, I used to like your network, bro. I don't know.
We might be helping by giving context, you know?
That also is true. So hopefully I'm helping more than hurting because, like, fam, not everybody knows that the waving flag guy is dealing with some serious red flags. You know what I'm saying? I might need to call the episode Waving Red Flags. With him on the
When
cover.
I get older.
That sounds like a running red lights joke.
Oh, shit. Hopefully he didn't do that too. Oh, man. Okay. Staying on our word, mans. I wish, you know, right? If I could say it in a Jamaican accent, I might be able to get it off.
Ripaman.
Beer bleeps. Mystikal.
Oh, yeah.
Watch yourself. Danger. Pleads guilty to 3rd-degree R-word, bro. Remember we brought him up last podcast episode as shit rappers that, you know, make good music. I disagreed. And I kind of felt funny saying it because, like, even in the moment, not in the edit, in the moment, I'm like, I'm saying he's a good rapper and that doesn't take away his rap skills, but he has serious issue. This is like the 3rd time, fam. This man came home and then went back.
For real.
For a new R-word charge, bro.
That is... So, like, what is he doing to these women?
There was the one, and okay, yeah, let me answer that first. There was the one with the hairdresser, okay, where like he quote unquote assaulted the hairdresser or whatever, and
man, to be doing that. They go to get their braid up, and then like they expect to pay in other ways.
Yes, it got crazy. You know what I'm saying? And that was the one where I don't know if hip hop completely gave him a pass, but we were like, all right, you ain't out here taking pussy. You know what I'm saying? And then another thing happened where it was like, oh, R-word, damn, that's Mystikal's name. And now maybe this is the one that was the second one, and we're finally getting him pleading guilty. But if you could pull this up on the screen right here quickly, this is courtesy of Academics. Mystikal pleads guilty to 3rd-degree R-word. Sentence will be capped at 20 years. All right. The story's out of Louisiana-based rapper. Mystikal pleads guilty to 3rd-degree R-word in 2022. So it was a 2022 incident. What was that? 4 years ago.
Crazy.
Right? The rapper whose real name is Michael Tyler was accused by a victim of stealing cash before he beat and choked her. The victim also said Tyler took her keys and her phone and she couldn't leave. Once the assault was over, Tyler allegedly let the woman leave after he forced her to send her money via Cash App. Tyler also had previous convictions for assault. So he had a previous conviction. I don't know if this is the hairdresser one is. I might be mixing shit up. But fam, this is not a good look, brother.
It sounds like he was dealing with a working ting. And then roughed her up, took her money, probably banged her after, forced her to send him money, and went about his life.
Now, it's just funny because your tone sounded so informative. And then you ended with working things. So it's like...
Oh, man. It's a possibility, fam.
Mystikal was dealing with a working ting after hours.
But still doesn't mean that, like...
Yeah, exactly. They're human beings, you know? Like,
he ended up taking all her racks.
Because because some mans do that, where it's like, oh, they don't want to rob a man, so they try to link up with the Esky or the Ripper to try to rob her. You know what I mean? Which is waste man things. But the man has a line that, what does he say? I walk in the spot with my dick in my hand or some shit.
Yes.
So I knew he'd been weird. Like, no man starting the verse off like that.
And I think there was like a flagrant freaking ad-lib at the end of it. I walk up in the club with my dick in my hand. Oh, yeah. Or some shit like that. I was like, whoa.
Oh, yeah.
And listen, don't soundbite that over there.
Let me put my dick in your mouth. Be cool.
Be cool.
It's like, wait, who are you talking to in this scenario, fam?
Yo, in hindsight, that's crazy.
Because like, you pulled up. But I say he walked in like that.
Yeah.
So from the parking lot, so this is a weird man. Like,
yeah, we might have had to keep our eye on him from time. Like, those lyrics are like manifesting into ugly shit now.
Was it cool? Wasn't he the one that was moving weird with? I'm not sure if it was like Roxy Or actually no, I'm thinking about Webby and Angela Yee. My bad. That's a different person.
Angela Malee.
Yeah. But a lot of these like DD rappers are very weird because I feel like a lot of them are mentally not there. You know what I mean? Like maybe be social cues or whatever, but like,
well, he has to not be there. Like you have multiple, fam.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So like you ain't learned from the first one. You're like one of those people who, when they say you're a danger to society, like they're not exaggerating, fam. Like it's one thing when they try to exaggerate and be like, "Oh, you were selling some drugs. You're a danger to society." It's like, nah, fam. Like you're out here just taking pussy, bro. Like lock his ass up, bro.
And like, you know how women would be like, "Oh, if you're in the forest, like they'd rather be with the bear." Another bar this man has: "Put me in the woods with the bear. You better help the bear." So he's probably the only, because normally I say that's like an idiot thing to say.
Yeah.
But he's the only person in the world where women are right, where it's like, yeah, a woman would rather be with the bear than be with that nigga in the woods. Because the bear might leave her alone still. Mystikal was not leaving the shotties them alone.
Yeah. That's a mod thing, bro. I it's sad because it's kind of fucking up my childhood or my teenage times, because I used to listen to a lot of Mystikal back in the days, bro, and all that has to get dashed away, bro.
I liked his verse on a Move Be by Ludacris. But okay, so it says up to 20 years. What do you think he should get? Like, what do you think is a valid sentencing for like a repeat grape guy?
Damn, it's got to be at least 10 years.
At least 10 years?
And he's already done 4.
I think they're giving him the right amount of time, bro. Like 20 years is almost like a life sentence.
That's the cap, though. I think they have to sentence him.
So then they got to give him the cap, bro. Give him 20, fam. I'm sorry, bro. I know, like, people are going to be like, yo, okay, Officer Ricky, what? You're going to get mad at me for saying lock up the freaking R-word, man, bro?
No, because I agree. Only 10 years, I feel like that's like a Band-Aid solution.
Yeah, fam.
Because by 2036, he's going to be back on roads with like more technology at his disposal.
Okay, by 2046, if he does 20 years, you still want him on road? At that point, we might as well get back to capital punishment.
Nah, I feel like by then he'll be old enough for like the girl will be able to defend themselves.
You'd be too old to try to take them out. You might be trying to take out the old chicks at that point. They're defenseless against him, bro. Watch yourself.
That's
be cool.
But they just they're trying to legalize pepper spray out here, so you know.
I really think Doug Ford saw your clip talking about it. I feel like Dougie's tapped in.
Teach him how to Dougie. Teach him how to Dougie. Let's get to it right there. Let's get to it quick, fast, because I actually have that as one of the stories here.
Oh, master segue. Jeez.
Yeah. Doug Ford supports the Stand Your Ground. Let's pull this up over here.
Oh, this is, yes. This is different.
He was legal gun owner, is stored properly. Congratulations. Yeah, I'm glad you shot the guy. And everyone should be out there as legal gun owners. And by the way, the federal government, they're spending so much time on going after legal, law-abiding gun owners. I have an idea. Rather than wasting hundreds of millions of dollars going after legal gun owners, why don't you spend that hundreds of millions of dollars going after these robbers? And I encourage everyone out there that's a legal gun owner. Someone's going to come in and try to kill you and kill your family. Remember, it was just last week, Jamie, one guy got shot because he was trying to protect his kids. Well, you know, these guys, they need to be shot, as far as I'm concerned. You're coming through the front door to hurt your family. I'll never forget the one family that the man was protecting his 4-year-old kid and his child, I should say, and there was 3 other children there and his wife, and they assassinated him right in front of his kids. Like, these ruthless, they need to rot in jail for the rest of their lives. Congratulations for shooting this guy. As for the person,
the man said congratulations, and I'll show you.
I love that, but they don't even show anything really about the shooting here. But play it.
Police. They said police when they ran in there. Some mod thing. Oh shit! It was bucking right there. So yeah, Ford Nation, he's down with like, yo, bro, bust your gun, bro. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of news stories that have been talking about this today about equal force, right? That's why they didn't get convicted.
I was just about to say though, like, yeah, this guy got off, but there's 3 of them, and all 3 of them had weapons. You know what I mean? So I feel like it was kind of easy for his defense to kind of paint that like he needed to shoot his weapon.
Yeah.
You know, but I don't know. Like, let's say one of the people were shot in the back, and it was only like one intruder. You know, like that's where it gets kind of dicey. Where it's like, is your life still in danger if they're already retreating?
Depends. Does the one intruder have a gun? Because if the one intruder has a gun, then I guess that would be deemed under equal force.
Is it though? Like if they're already retreating, like let's say you have like one of those cameras in your crib, and then like you pull out your thing.
Pause.
Pause. They turn around and they start heading towards the door. You know what I mean? Like, and you still let it go.
Yo, chill. I think their action of even invading your property illegally, I think according to Doug Ford, warrants that you can shoot them. Like they entered your crib illegally.
Yeah, but Doug Ford saying that in a press conference is not changing legislation or like any law. Like it's not legal precedent. You know,
I think it does set legal precedent though. If the Vaughn guy was not convicted and he shot someone who invaded.
So as far as like with this thing here, right? Equal force. Gun to gun is equal force to me, bro.
Okay, but I don't agree with that argument because let's say people invade your home without a gun and it's just their bare hands, but there's 4 of them, so you're supposed to square up because that's equal force.
That's equal force to me if you bust off your gun too.
But
I
is
agree.
it in the eyes of the law? Because that's what it all goes back to.
Over here, it's still kind of dicey because mans go to court. Like this has happened before, but there was also a gun involved in the last case where the man got arrested for busting his gun at the intruders, and he ended up beating it in court. But he had to go to court.
That, and you have to see that they have a gun first.
Yeah, but like...
So I'm saying like, you kind of have to put yourself in the line of fire in order to protect yourself instead of being able to protect yourself first as a preventative measure. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but like, how much time do you really need to think about that? And how am I supposed to prove this to you once I'm in the scenario?
No, and that's what I mean. Like, let's say somebody runs up in your crib, you have your legal gun. I'm always giving scenarios. Okay, you have your legal firearm. They go like this. You think they're about to pull out a strap, but they only have a knife. You don't know what it is.
Yeah.
And you're not trying to wait to find out what it is. Yeah, you know what I mean? So like,
then you start busting your gun.
No, exactly.
Okay, and then they don't have a strap on them. Fam, you're an intruder in my home. I don't know what you were gonna pull out.
But that's why it gets dicey over here because they're gonna say, "Oh, it wasn't equal force."
Yeah, but I think where the main argument is whether the gun is legally owned or not. Because I know they have their own regulations with gun ownership. It's supposed to be stored. It's not allowed to be used for self-defense.
Yeah.
But I think in front of a jury, if they're able to show, okay, this is a legal gun owner, this is his profile, whatever, people entered his crib and he shot them, even though they didn't have a gun, it was just a knife. Like, I think for the majority of cases, that guy will get let off.
Nah, bro. Because they tell the jury, don't put your emotions into it. Go by the letter of the law. We know that he was trying to do the right thing, but in trying to do the right thing,
he broke these rules.
You know what I mean? Type shit.
So it gets dicey, fam. Like, you really need to like watch the surveillance video. And if there's no surveillance video, then like, who deems that I took unnecessary force, I guess they would say.
I think that's why Doug Ford co-signing this or even other cases that could set precedent are important.
Yeah.
Because that can be cited now in, a federal court case. But like, Ontario, whatever, Vaughn guy versus this guy.
Yeah.
Like, he was shown innocent because he was able to show that his life was in danger.
Yeah, that could get dicey, bro.
I like self-defense laws, though. I think
Yeah.
we should have them in place, and I think we should have more legal gun owners, too.
Well, that's the thing. And we'll get off of this story because we are running a little bit later than we usually do. But, fam, they're trying to take the guns away while Doug Ford is pushing the other direction. Like, fam, you guys need to be able to use the guns you have. But, like, they're literally doing buybacks right now, fam. So, at the end of the day, it's going to be null and void. Defend with what? You can't have it.
Now, that's a good point. It seems like a disconnect between parliament and I guess like municipalities.
Yes. Carney wants to take your guns away and Doug Ford's like, nah, bro, you need them. Pop them if you see them.
That's crazy that like the prime minister could say one thing, but the premier of a province is saying the complete opposite.
Yeah.
No wonder Canada is so fragmented.
Yes.
No, that's what it is in the States as well. That's why like certain states are like, I guess, pro-Trump, so they welcome ICE and they work with ICE. And other states is like, F Trump. When ICE pulls up, we're not giving them no resources. We're not helping them, blah, blah, blah. So, you know?
Yeah. And we might need even to watch what we said about Carney on this. We don't want to have anybody knocking on our door. You know what I'm saying?
You seen a couple of threats? He's like, yeah, buy back all the straps.
Yeah.
Buy back all the straps.
Straight up. Well, listen, man, salute to that family that was able to protect themselves in that situation. You know what I'm saying? Because, bro, I'm pro self-defense. You know what I'm saying? We'll do one more story and we'll touch the road. This is kind of around that whole Mystikal and around the law thing. There's a guy who was convicted of killing. He's a child killer, they said. He was granted 3 unescorted days of temporary absence on parole. By the parole board, I mean. Unescorted. So, like, there's a thing that they have before I pull up this article here. There's a thing that they have where you can go and do, like, a visit, right?
A man serving a...
Hold on. I won't play it yet because they're going to run an ad. Yeah, you can go do a visit, and if you pass enough programs and stuff like that, or... It's more situations like if you have an emergency, like a funeral, somebody's dying, you need to be next to them and all that. You might be able to get a permission from the parole board to go out on road. And sometimes it's supervised. A lot of the times it's supervised, right? There'll be like one member, at least from the jail, that's going to be there with you. This guy had 3 days unsupervised. So I'll play the clip over here.
Sentence for the murder of a 14-year-old boy in Scarborough could potentially be released on 2 more unescorted temporary absences. The Parole Board of Canada tells City News that 65-year-old Darren Scott Ray will still need to follow conditions if released. At the time of his first release, it was a 72-hour release earlier this month, Durham police put out a community safety alert saying he still posed a significant risk to the community.
Damn.
The parole board says the absences are a part of his pathway to reintegrate into society. Ray remains behind bars for the murder of 14-year-old Darren Pepin in 1986.
So
This
yeah,
latest case,
that man's about to not touch road, but at least for 3 days, he's got to be on road unsupervised.
So he already was mad enough to kill someone.
Mm-hmm.
He's been in the bin for about, 40 years?
Yeah.
Was it 96 or 86?
Either way, that's still, 40 years ago.
Okay, so yeah, either 30 or 40 years.
Yeah,
And,
86.
Oh, 86? Okay, yeah, so 40 years ago. I feel like his mental condition is probably way worse. And then all they do is say, oh, yo, guys, we're letting a madman out on the town. Just be advised. Let us know if anything goes wrong. I feel like that's crazy. Like, what's the thinking behind that?
There's certain criteria that he has to abide by. Like you can't consume certain like alcoholic beverages or cannabis. You have to be within this many meters. Like I saw they had provisions, but I think it's dumb. I think he's going to get overwhelmed by the freedom, overstimulated. And I think it's likely that he's going to try to like assault someone.
Yeah, it can get dicey, fam. Like, I feel like the mentality behind it is this guy's been in jail for 40 years. He's probably in minimum security at this point because he's gone down in his security levels. He ain't gonna hurt nobody. He's an old man. But who knows, fam? Like, you give him those 3 days of freedom and he just catches the body.
It might reignite the spark in him.
But maybe not. Maybe that's
not.
why they they're like, okay, we deem you trustworthy enough to be able to touch the road, because he has to go through like the parole board before like they could okay him doing that. So he has to sit in front of them.
I guess he showcased good behavior to an extent to even earn that.
He might have not done shit for the last 40 years. He was just like a miskeen when he was in jail.
Because there's pure real niggas in there. He can't do shit. He has to be on his best behavior. What, he's going to run the range?
No, exactly.
Little man look like Pillsbury Doughboy, like after you ruin the cookies and shit.
Yeah, so he would that be, but it's facts.
I guess.
Clean record. He got beat up a couple of times, maybe. Multiple times, maybe. But like he ain't beat up nobody, so let him touch road 40 years later. Listen, I'm playing devil's advocate, but it is 40 years later. He might be a friggin' as dangerous as a puppy at this point.
Nah, to me, life in prison means life in prison, nigga. No days off, bro. If you're going outside, you need like 3 guards with you, bro.
I agree. If you murked somebody, you should have somebody. It should be an escort.
Yeah, if it's like theft, bank robbery, them type of things, all right, yeah. If you go out into you might steal something, whatever, But if it's grape, child, M's, the olestish, I'm not trying to say these words,
olestish.
Good job right there.
Like all these things, like I feel like you need to be super supervised.
Yeah.
Imagine you're at Timmy's and the person in front of you in line is currently serving a life sentence for killing a young boy.
He's just home on a couple of days.
And he can go back in there and get 3 square meals a day for free.
Hey, bro, what are you going to do? Give him more life? Yeah, I didn't mean to do that. You know what I'm saying? But
because nothing was the same.
Nothing was the same.
What are your views?
Oh, man.
Honestly, never mind.
Oh, fuck out of here.
He needs to take care, right?
Just take care. Because we're so far gone.
Oh.
All right, put this on ice, man. Put this on ice, man.
All right, let's end the podcast, man. We've done enough Drake glazing for the day over here, man.
Hey, her loss.
Jokes just write themselves. Let me see what we could. And listen, salute to the viewing audience.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to check out these other videos on the screen and make sure to like and subscribe.
We love hip hop.